What is up, everybody? Welcome. Welcome to the Wednesday stream. Happy Halloween. Hope everybody is having a good day so far. Sorry, I got an alert here. Okay, we're good. We're good. How is everybody doing today? This week, Fortified, Bursting, Quaking, and of course Infested. So there's a few things I would like to jump into, or a few keys I'd like to attempt, and a few keys that I think are gonna be kind of difficult, to be honest with you. It's 11:46 late, dude. 1 minute. I'm sorry, 1 minute. What's up, Hooves, Gruiser, Invasive, and Brendan? How are you guys all doing? Easy week? Not too bad. The thing is, this week, every time you have something like bursting, you're getting slowed down, right? You can't do super big pulls or anything like that. This week, you're limited to about 5 or 6 mobs every single time. Take them down, get 5 or 6 stacks of bursting, and then keep moving on, right? Happy Halloween, Herp Derp. Got your AOTC last Sunday. Congrats. Congratulations, man. That's very exciting. So as far as like keys that I think are going to be difficult, it's those keys that have a lot of little trash that triggers bursting. Shrine of the Storm is going to be one of them. King's Rest is definitely going to be another one. The group of mobs that you just dispel off the bat. This guy's like walking, but you guys see this guy? He was running backwards, but look, he's like skating around. What? Yeah, King's Rest is going to be another one. You hit those little minions of Zol with the Dispel, and they instantly just die and trigger bursting. Like there's a lot of little things that are going to be triggering bursting that are going to slow you down. Compared to last 2 weeks is easy. Yes, in comparison to the last few weeks, this week is easier. After you get used to it, easier than the previous week. I agree. I just think there are a few dungeons. Let's try Shrine, because I think that's going to be one of the more difficult ones, honestly. Oh, man. Nothing that needs a tank above a 5. Oh, here's a 7. I'd like to get a 9 or a 10. The only thing I see with a 9 needs a DPSer. Is Shrine of the Storms the harder dungeon for Prot Warriors? I would say that the hardest dungeon for Prot Warrior is King's Rest. Shrine makes me cry. Yeah, me too. Yeah, I would say that the hardest dungeon for Prot Warriors is for sure King's Rest. That's because the Berserkers with the bleed effect, once they die and you still have those bleeds on you, you just have to sit there and let the rest of them tick off on you. There's no way to generate rage and get more ignore pains, but you know, having the HP pool you have and bleed effects just kind of being unmitigatable, that's gonna hurt. And there's definitely a lot of magic damage in King's Rest as well. The mobs right before the Golden Serpent, they do a lot of magic damage. Specifically, they do a magic dot, which you can avoid as a tank, but requires you to just move the mobs an excessive amount. So yeah, I would say King's Rest is for sure the hardest dungeon for Prot Warriors. You did a 9 Motherload and went into a 10 Shrine. So Shrine isn't going to be crazy difficult if you can get to the second boss. From the second boss onward, you should be okay. But before the second boss, when you have all of the like globs on the ground, that's going to be a really hard thing to do, because you want to stagger how you kill them, or you want to nuke them all, cause a wipe, and then just jump back in. And then all of the non-elites before the second boss as well. It's just things that you have to take a little bit slower than you're used to, and your muscle memory might kick in, and you might just kill everything. Okay, let's see if we can find a 10 we can get into. A 10 under rot. 10. Oh, helping a friend. I don't know if that means that it's a carry. Here's an 11 Motherload. Let's see if we can get in that. What else we got? 12 King's Rest. King's Rest, man. King's Rest is terrible. Oh, these already have tanks. Okay. Anything else we can queue up for? 12 King's Rest. These King's Rest. It's kind of like doing a plus 20 Seat of the Triumvirate back in Legion. It's just one of those things that you don't want to run into. Okay, fine. We'll queue up. We'll queue up for this Under Rod as well. You chested an 8 King's Rest with 7 seconds to spare? Yeah, I would say King's Rest for sure. Gets that difficulty. Bump up. Shrine of the Storm for pugs, especially on a bursting week, because for something like Shrine, you're talking about the second or third pull, depending on how you pull the first room, is going to lead in a wipe if nobody really manages their DPS and is careful with it, right? So that's one of those things where with the pug, you either need DPSers that are really aware of the affixes, or you need that communication of stop DPS. Oh, that Underrot is a carry. Yeah, okay. They said aiming for time, but no, they said it's a carry. You honestly hate AtalDazar the most just because of the pack before Volcall. I can see that. I can see that. Taki, for that pull, you need CC. You 100% need CC. If you have a Priest Healer, Shackle Undead, Repentance, like whatever it is that you can do, CC the Honor Guards, and then so when you go up to that pole, I don't think any 10s want us. When you go up to that pole, you're going up the stairs, right? So what you do to bring the casters to you is you peek up, you use your ranged attack, whatever that is, with whatever tank class you have, and you go down the stairs, break LOS. The casters are going to come to the top of the stairs, you DPS them there. The Honor Guards are going to stay where they are, CC'd, but you need to CC them. I don't think there's anything else that's... I think... Is this... I think this timed out, or they rejected. Nobody wants Prot Warriors anymore, guys. Maybe once Ignore Pain is off the global for next season. Alright, we'll start queuing up for 9s. Don't do it, man. That is the worst pack in the game. I would say the worst pack in the game right now, the worst pull for me is if you don't do a death run, the last pull in the Motherload. That is the one that I think right now is the worst. Alright, well here's a freehold. And depending on, I haven't done freehold this week. So depending on the freehold event, it could be terrible. So if the freehold event is the mass killing of sailors where they all run to you and it's like, I don't know, like a good 8 or 9 of them, that could be really, really bad. If it's the drink with the Volpera foxes, that won't be too bad. And if it's the, what's the other one? Chase the dog around, you can also do that one relatively easily. So it depends on what the freehold event is going to be, how difficult this week is going to be for freehold. Helping a friend, that's what the kids are calling it nowadays. Yeah, well, he put it in the description, but he said aiming for chess, so I thought, you know, maybe an experienced player, but he whispered me. And he said, you know, he asked me if I was going to stay to completion, that he was going to be, that there was a friend in the group that has never done Mythic Pluses, so... You know, hard carry on a +10, not cool, especially under Rot. What's up, Four Sunders? How you doing? What's up, Koth? How you been? That's a close second. You think Atal Pack is worse as DPS? Oh, okay. Oh yeah, because the Atal Pack constantly pulses for DPSers. The other one in Motherload, you have 2 people that are focused on the tank, but then there's another 2 that kind of bounce around. We just have bad reputation. We will have a hard time getting into groups even after buffs. Probably, Taki. Probably. It's you know, trying to get into a +10 as a Prot warrior right now. I tweeted it yesterday. I actually got into a group yesterday, and I think it was like a +8 or something. You know, sent me an invite. I got into the group, and I'm already in the group. And then they start talking, and they're like, "You sure we're gonna be able to do this on time? We have a Prot warrior. I don't know. I don't know if this is gonna happen. You know, I could try to get another tank if you want, but it's gonna take a long time to try to get another tank. But you know, we have this Prot warrior." And I was like, I'm in the group. I'm right here, guys. It's me. Thanks. In Siege, there is a pack before the stairs, before the third boss, before the spotter pack that does a poison debuff that's rough on Fort Siege. Are you talking about... Oh man, this looks gross. Are you talking about... So this is the third boss right here. This is everything that's right there. This is the spotter group. You talking about these guys right here? These like buccaneers and these like slime guys, the rats? This like 5 pull, right? You go around. So this is the second boss. You kill the second boss, you go around, you pull one demo, you pull the second demo, the third pat right here, and this big group right here, Brendan. Oh, okay, yeah, that pull sucks as well. Got your old account back yesterday, so now you have 3 level 69 twinks and more level 100s. Gonna have 4 100-ish twinks. Nice, very nice. Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of twinking stuff coming back lately, especially because Asmongold has been streaming him doing some twinking stuff. I think it's good to see certain things like that come back. How does Prot Warrior feel after the changes? The changes are not live yet, Koth. The changes aren't live. They're in the 8.1 PTR. And I played a little bit with it, but honestly, in the PTR, there's not a whole lot of people that are pushing high keys. It's really hard to find a group in the PTR, so I haven't really tested it out. The big one is going to be the IP change. Shield block uptime, for sure, it'll have an impact on Mythic Plus. In raids, not so much. Certain bosses, yes, but you know, it won't have that big of an impact, but yeah, definitely the IP. I think it'll be good. Your Prot as well, 900 score going for 1,000 this weekend. Prescott, I've been thinking about trying to hit that 1,000 mark as well myself. You don't care what you are as long as you don't chain pull. As long as you aren't a chain pull a-hole tank. I chain pull as long as the affixes allow it to, and as long as my healer's mana is fine, right? With my grid right here, I'm gonna put it in the center of the screen. So this druid has 34.5k HP. Every healer has 100k. So 100k is 100% of their mana. I will pull the next pack as long as they're sitting above like 30 or 40%. And if it's something like, if it's bolstering, chain pulling, you don't want to do that. If it's anything that kind of keeps them in combat, mostly bolstering is the one where you really want to watch out for chain pulls. Grievous is also one of those where you don't want to chain pull. You know, let your healer catch up, let everybody's health come back. Plus, as a DPS, those DPSers must be pretty bad if they need their tank to do DPS. Oh, yeah, that happens sometimes. Fellow Protection Warrior here. What's up, John Sweat? Appreciate the content. Yeah, no problem, John Sweat. 100 Arcane Mage was smacking people with the greens. Dude, that whole, when I was leveling, the first leveling stream, There was like a level 112 when I was like level 117 that just destroyed me, and it was because he still had legendaries, you know. He was 112, so he was almost best in slot gear, and here I was hanging out in greens, no legendaries, anything like that. I'm glad that they fixed that scaling. Deafening Crash hurts. I agree, Prescott. That's going to be one of the ones that definitely hurts. But you know, it comes to the argument of, should I have to drop 30 item levels for an Azerite trait? Because Deafening Crash is worth the drop in large amounts of item levels. So I would much rather see Azerite traits get nerfed and our class get buffed, so that our class overall feels better going from raid tier to raid tier. I would much rather have it that way than have really strong Azerite traits and then have them be taken away when the next raid tier comes out, right? So, you know, the Azerite trait, I agree, it sucks. It's gonna hurt. 15% less damage taken for those extra about 12 seconds or something. It's a huge nerf. But I'd much rather our class feel better, like straightforward, and as our class core and utility feel better rather than just one Azerite trait, you know? You like the shield block buff more? Nah, it's all good, Cuff. What's up, Kodachi? You always made a Prot Warrior since Cat at level 120, but since people discriminated so much, you stopped playing it and you tank only on your Demon Hunter now. So that's the thing. Getting into like 10s and higher is going to be where you start seeing that discrimination. As long as you can do your 8s and 9s, and get a decent IO score, and as much as like, I don't think IO score is everything, right? IO score shows your experience, and it shows how good of a group you've gotten, and also how good your skill is. Sure, there's a lot of variables in there, but let's be honest. When you're trying to join a group now, if it's above like an 8, they probably have the IO add-on, and they're doing IO checks. So in order for a Prot Warrior to get invited into anything like above an 8, you need to have a good IO and you need to have a good item level. Those are two things that you need to have. So it's one of those things where it's a bit of a catch-22. Like, you don't have to participate in the IO scene. You don't have to participate, but if you want to do Mythic Pluses, then you kind of do, because everybody's going to be judging you according to that. So, unfortunately, if you want to get into those groups, Kodachi, that's just the way it's going to be. Like right now, I think, what's my IO score? I'm not that high. 856, right? So I've done everything keyed on time, minimum 8. Most of them are 9s. I haven't keyed a 9 Shrine or King's Rest on time. So I just need to work on that. But it's definitely one of those things that's you need to play the game. So as a DK, or as a Demon Hunter, or as a Brewmaster Monk, or as a Paladin, Guardian Druid, whatever it is you're playing, in order to get into pugs that are requiring a certain that are running a certain level key, you're gonna need that certain level IO. $360 item level arms here. What keys do I think are optimal for you? Unix, I would suggest doing 9s as much as possible, because there you might be getting upgrades, and start doing a few 10s. That being said, as arms, there are a few things that you should really keep in mind when running 10s, when running that Infested add-on. And Cass, what is up? How's it going? So I've ran quite a few 10s as arms as well, and what I can tell you is that for your team, it depends on your team coordination and your team communication on how you're running that key, right? If you have a Frost Mage, you don't have to worry too much. But if you don't have people who are going to be applying snares and stuns all the time on the spawns of Gahoon when they burst out of the Infested ad, it is going to be very important for your team for you to double tap both targets, for you to hit one target, tab out, and to hamstring both of them. Get your hamstrings out on the spawns. Something else is, if you're running it close on a certain pull, like let's say you pull something, it's got an infested ad, and your tank can't necessarily run away from that infested ad to create that distance for those spawns of Gahoon, save your Blade Storm for the very end of HP for those spawns of Gahoon. That's just going to help your group a lot. Or your Sweeping Strikes. Blade Storm is preferred because it's just kind of autopilot, gets things down. But yeah, there's definitely a few things that you can take in mind when dealing with Infested. And also, once you start running 10 plus higher keys, something that's going to become more and more important to you as an arms warrior is defensive stance. So when I start talking about this week is Tyrannical or this week is Fortified, if those Fortified mobs do an AoE that is going to be pulsing on you, try to time your switching over to defensive stance so that you don't block, but you have defensive stance up when that big damage goes out, especially on Tyrannical. So as arms, you have very limited defensives with Die by the Sword and Rallying Cry. So use that defensive stance as best as you can, and yeah, plan ahead for those spawns of Gahoon. If you have to be the person that snares, so be it. That's fine. Let everybody else DPS. But yeah, I would suggest doing 9s. As your item level 360, so do 9s and then start trying to get into 10s. It's going to be a little difficult to get into 10s, but start trying to get in there. Do I think 109 or 119 would be better for twinking? Probably 109. 119 doesn't offer anything special right now. At 109, you can have your artifact weapon, and you can have legendaries, can't you? Can't you start getting legendaries early? And you can also, I would say 101 is probably better because you can get all the BOE pieces. You're 352 and they ask you to do 700 IO to run a 6. That was your last draw. Yeah, I agree. If you're going to be running a +6 on farm, your IO should be 600, right? There's 10 dungeons. 600 is a 6 on everything. This group is taking forever to form. What's going on here? Oh, this guy just wants a mage. Is it for... Yeah, he wants Lust. Alright, we'll give this group, like, 5 minutes. And if not, we'll jump into a different dungeon. I'm sure there's plenty of keys out there. Nobody's wanting an 8+. What should I do? Yeah. So as soon as they see arms, they decline. Well, Unix, it also really depends on your IO score. Honestly, a big thing, your item level matters, but most people running 7s and higher are running the IO add-on, and they look at your IO score. It's just, you just gotta play it. You just gotta play the game, man. Pure DPS guys, I wouldn't trust a 360 melee in a pug at a +9. Ah, man. Did we finally get a mage? Nope. Alright. What is IO? Is a Raider IO? Yes, Nicholas Stalvey. Yes, that is Raider IO is what I'm talking about. I'm just saying that people that are going to be running higher keys, and if you guys want to start getting into higher keys, the large majority of those people are going to have the Raider.io add-on that tells them your score, and that's how they're going to judge you. Doesn't matter what your alt is, doesn't matter what you did on other tunes. Yeah, somebody's asking me for advice of how to get into higher keys. Honestly, get your Raider IO score as high as possible. And the best way to get your Raider IO score as high as possible is to just do a key of everything. So if you want to build a nice baseline for your Raider IO score, do a +5 of every single dungeon. If you have a decent item level, you probably won't get rejected to +5s. You get a +5 on time of everything, you'll get 500 something IO score. So, you know, you need to work at that if you want to start getting invited into higher keys. What's up, Brofist? Mr. Duffzilla, how you doing? What's up, chicken? Thought 101, but you can't find any BOEs on the auction house, and Legos are 101. Yeah, so Legos you get at 101, and the BOEs, probably not too many people farming them anymore, but you can solo farm them because they come from trash, from the raids. So depending on which one you want, you can walk into Nighthold. You know, walk into Nighthold, kill all the zombies in the beginning, and all the scorpions leading up to Scorpyron. And then if you have the skip, you can use the skip to go to like the area before Spellblade Allurial. You can dance around Spellblade Allurial. You can do a lot of trash killing solo at 120 and then mail the stuff over to your 101. So while it takes you farming it yourself, you can get it done. That group needs to learn to keep drums on them. Yeah, I don't. We're almost hitting 3 minutes, and I'm very close to just dropping grouping. Going to go see what else we can join. Just working, keeping the grind on, man. And by the way, guys, happy Halloween. I don't know if this is gonna happen. 3 minutes in. 101 BOEs are from world mobs. Oh, alright. So follow what Epic is saying. There you go. Epic knows more about the BOEs. See, the thing is, Epic, I hardly get any BOEs from raids. I've done Uldir every week since it came out, and I have still gotten 0 BOEs from Uldir. Trash. So I just don't have very good luck when it comes to BOEs. In Antorus, I may have gotten 1. But yeah, I don't have very good luck with getting BOEs from raids. I know Epic is a bit of a goblin, so you can get that. You're the first streamer you've ever watched. You've since tried watching others, but man, all the other attitudes make. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate the kind words. All right, this is gonna take too long. I'm gonna go find another group. It's fine. Oh, there it is. They have a hunter. Hunters have lust. You gonna pick him up? No? I don't think he's gonna pick him up. Keep it spoopy. We've got our spoopy cup here, guys. Where is it? There it is. Got our Halloween cup. Are you still running the higher raids? If you are, can we jump in the spare time and try to get them? What do you mean? Yeah, I don't think he's gonna invite. All right, we're gonna drop. He only wants a mage and a mage only. So let's go find a group doing something else. Motherlode 9. 10 freehold. Can we get into a 10? We were trying to get into a 10 before this. 10 AtalDazar. I don't mind AtalDazar. I know that a lot of people hate AtalDazar. I don't mind it. There's 2 pulls in the whole dungeon that I just do not like. One of them is a skip, and I don't think it actually skips any time for you. I think it actually adds more time because the mobs are more difficult. And the other one is right before that skip. Plus 14 shrine. Sorry, that's too much. You need Discord for that. Siege 9 queued up for King's Rest. You just avoid that, guys. You avoid. Oh, nice. 10 AtalDazar. We can do that. We can do a 10 Atal. Did I? Yeah, I did remount up. Okay. Waycrest 9. Although the group is very empty on that. These groups are all really empty. Trying to get into those 10s, man. Why are they searching for a mage? He was searching for a mage specifically for lust. He wanted a lust. But then there was like hunters and stuff queuing up that can also bring lust if they decide to bring the right pet. But he only wanted a lust. This is a Shrine of the Storm, which should be pretty damn terrible this week. Happy Halloween to you too. Thanks. I appreciate the content. It also helps that you're a Prot warrior. Nice. One of the few. Oh, you mean like Antorus? Normally when I pug Antorus or something like that. Right now I'm pugging it for the transmog. I'm not normally streaming it. I just do it whenever I have free time and I'm on. But no, I don't normally run those with like any intention of streaming it or anything like that. Alright, let's start heading on over to Shrine. For as a bear, you need a Frost Mage for a +10. Having a Frost Mage for 10s and highers helps, because when the infested spawns of Gahoon come out, that mage can either Cone of Cold and you know, snare them a lot, 80%. They can Frost Nova or they can Pet Frost Nova. So they have a few things in their arsenal built around stopping those spawns of Gahoon reaching their target. So that's what makes Frost Mage really nice. Or if you even just have Frozen Orb, just throw it out there, and the snare. Although the snare for Frozen Orb is changing. I just saw it on the PTR. It got posted not that long ago. Let me see if I can load it up. Oh, you guys are gonna hate this. If you guys are Frost Mages out there, let me show you guys. If you look right here, let me actually increase the size of this. So if you look right there, look at this. Frozen Orb is going from 50% snare to 30% snare. Feels bad, man. Feels bad, man, for all of the Frost Mages out there. You want that 10 Atal? Dude, I wanted it too, but we got into another group. I can't just sit in lobbies this whole time. Gotta get some of these keys ripped. The rip key gods are waiting for me, man. Quaking is a pain in the ass and AtalDazar tight spaces. Yes, I agree, Brandon. I've had that happen. I ran a AtalDazar for this week of Mythic Plus, I believe. Do a siege? We'll try to do a siege after. Shrine is rough but doable. Home free after the second boss. I agree, Cowardly Fool. Up to the second boss is where you're going to be fighting an uphill struggle. It's all of those non-elite mobs. That's where you have the problems come in. Oh yeah, for sure then, Cruiser. For sure. Do you think as an arms I should focus on mastery or just keep it basic with haste crit? I would keep it basic, and I would actually prefer crit over haste. Yeah, I would say crit haste, not haste crit, but yeah, I wouldn't focus too much on mastery. If you're gonna go mastery, I think in order for mastery to work out, you would need high haste to get the most you can out of anger management and also lower the cooldown of your immortal strike. But I can't see a super high mastery build playing off the way you want it to as arms. I think as arms you have really good upfront burst, and I think that sustained deep wound damage isn't something you should necessarily aim for. Although, who knows, maybe with the right Azurite traits. I honestly haven't looked into arms Azurite traits as much as I know about like Prot or anything like that. I run Lord of War, just keep it simple. But yeah, maybe with some Azurite traits, deep wounds can get up there. Do I miss the Valkyria teleportation service? Yes, man. That was always nice. Good thing your lock is 352. Your mage is getting put back on farming duty. Ouch. It's not a huge thing. Blizz did most of the slowing. Oh, global cooldown change happening. We need one more person for summoning. I have war mode on. The other guy doesn't. Why Blizz? Why nerf Frosty? Well, okay. Like Frozen Orb snare is getting reduced. But in PvE scenarios, it won't have that much more of an impact, right? Normally when you have Frozen Orb up, you also have Blizzard up. And you also normally are running a pet in Mythic Plus. So you have two Frost Novas, yours and the pet's. And then you also have Cone of Cold on a very short cooldown. You don't normally want to be right up in people's faces to be hitting that Cone of Cold. But, you know, as a Frost Mage, it sucks that it's getting snared. But I don't think it's a make or break for them. There are a lot more changes though, Epic. So if you guys want to see all of the PTR changes that got data mined like this morning, like maybe 3 hours ago, go check out MMO Champ. Working on leveling a druid and a DK. Nice. Very nice. Could I talk a little bit about the changes coming to Protection Warrior? Mauricio, of course, man, of course. So Ignore Pain is going to be taken off the global cooldown. It still has the same rage cost. Still has the same formula, so it's still going to be just as, you know, at the same size as you remember. It's also only going to stack 1.3 times like it does currently in live. It's just off the global. And then shield block is becoming 2 seconds faster. So shield block right now is 18 seconds, but it also depends on your haste, how much more it's reduced. It is now going to become baseline 16 seconds. So instead of 18, 16, you get it back 2 seconds faster. And Deafening Crash talent, Azerite trait is getting nerfed. So Deafening Crash right now, that's not my Deafening Crash right now, extends Demo Shout for 2 seconds every time I Thunderclap. This is going to have a cap of up to 6 seconds. So basically, when you throw Demo Shout, 3 Thunderclaps in that Demo Shout window is going to reach the cap. That's a pretty big nerf. And then the other change is we're getting more stamina. So if you know Vanguard, you're getting 5% more to each of the categories. So 5% more stamina, 5% more armor from strength. And then one of the other changes that kind of goes undocumented and it's easy to overlook, and I don't know if it's gonna hit live, probably, but physical ranged attacks can be blocked. So yeah, those are all the changes. Mastery is fun to stack at 200%. Oh man, you guys are crazy with that mastery. I don't know about that whole stacking mastery thing on an arms warrior. Didn't think the blobs gave bursting. Yeah, because they don't bolster. Are you? Yeah. They gave explosive, right? So it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, they're definitely one of those things that are a little annoying. Like these guys too. You don't want to over refresh that stack of bursting right there, right? So we have to have enough DPS to get through that. If we don't have enough DPS to get through that, we're gonna have to stop, right? Just stop DPS. There's a heaving blow, and I'm gonna pull while bursting is going off, as long as it's not being anything too crazy for our healer. And then of course Quaking is gonna hit, right? All right, so this is gonna be the pull. This is gonna be the pull that really sucks, and this is gonna be like more than likely a wipe. So we're gonna have to like slow DPS here, and we're gonna have to try to survive. Try our best to survive. So we're gonna have to. Here's gonna be a few kills right here with this revenge. Okay, there's 1 bursting right there. There's 4 bursting. So I need to heal up a little bit. So I'm gonna go in there and get a victory rush. There's 8 bursting refreshed. That's too much. That's too much. So we went from 6 and we refreshed it and got up to an 8 stack. So that's where we died, right? And so this is gonna be one of those pulls. The thing is, now most of the things died. I say most of them, not everything died. So let's just interrupt this guy, bring him over. I see 2 of them. 2 of the globs still up over here, so no big deal. Should be okay. Now I am gonna have the Pat coming around, and I'm trying to see where he is. There he is, coming up. Perfect. So Pat's gonna be coming around. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna thunderclap these guys, pick these guys up. They're gonna give a little bit of percent, just to kind of keep things going and keep things mostly honestly to keep the group busy, so that they didn't just pull this guy from me and stack them all up. Thundering Crash nerf, Deafening Crash. What's the fastest way to bump up item level after a fresh 120? Yeah, what they said. Go to Arathi, do all of the rares, and then do your Warfront scenario where you get a free 370, and then your weekly reward is from doing like Mythic Zeros. So if you can get a carry group to do Mythic Zeros with you and just do 4 of them, that's also going to be really nice. Things that have determined high rewards are your easiest way to gear up. And then once you do everything that has a determined high reward, like farming Arathi rares and doing your Warfront and doing your weekly, at that point, that's when you start doing your world quests, because your world quests are now going to be scaled at your new item level. So do everything that is determined first, and then everything that is scaled after. Alright, so this is also going to be one of those where we got to be really careful. We ended up getting all of these guys. So I'm going to stop thunderclapping right now because I don't want to... I didn't want to stack that up, but somebody stacked it up. Let me try to live with a victory rush. No, not going to happen. Just, you know, a little overzealous on that. We stacked it up from a 5 to a 7. So it's just going to be hard to keep people alive throughout that. Alright, so my healer's sitting at 58%. I'm going to let him heal up just a little bit more. Alright, we're good, we're good. Everybody's like at 80%. We can run in here and pull this group. One other thing I need to watch out for after this pull.
Beware.
Oh no. The group's fighting a little bit. Don't fight. It's okay. We'll be fine. One thing you need to watch out for after this pull is this Pat. This guy right here. The big dude again. He's going to be padding around, and you just need to watch out for him. You want to pull him alone and not with the rest of the group. So, see, right now he's padding away. That means I can pull this next group and be just fine. I do need my healer to mana up a little bit. He's sitting at 36%. So, let my healer mana up a little bit before I pull. Or at least start drinking. There it is. He started drinking. 60%. That should be enough. We do have Quaking. So, it's just going to be one of those things where it's like, you don't want your healer to get interrupted, but it's going to happen. Alright, so I'm going to LOS pull here.
Beware.
Oh, man.
Beware.
Just trying to survive. This damage is insane with Fortified. There it is. There it is. And this might be the end of me. A little bit more ignore pain. Nope. Not going to live through it. How much damage per second was I taking? That is a lot of damage taken. 13k. Just all the magic damage and the bolster and the with the Fortified with the bursting is just not gonna add up to a fun time. Alright, so I do want to skip all of these guys, and we can right now. Actually, the Pat is waiting right here, so let's just wait for him to come around. We have these guys right here as well, these droplets. We do want to avoid them. So these droplets for sure, I don't want to pull them with this guy. So I'm gonna pull this guy back all the way back over here, probably in this corner, and then just DPS him down here. What's up, Donnell? How you doing? Morale of groups is just as important as mechanics. I agree. I agree. Whenever I run a pug group and I start seeing them argue with each other, most of the times that key is not going to be completed. It's just not going to go to completion. What's up, Max? We ran with the top tier Prot Warrior last night. He was redonkulous. Nice, man. Yeah, Prot Warrior. I saw you mention that. Prot Warrior DPS for sure is one of those things that can get really ridiculous. Okay, so this pull right here is gonna suck, but we have to pull these guys, because if you don't, they're gonna get cleaved in the middle of the boss fight, and you're just gonna go down to it. So, alright, I'm gonna try to get a few stacks of bursting here. Here we have 2 stacks. Let them fall off. Alright, here we have another 2 stacks. 3 stacks, we refreshed it. 4 stacks, refreshed again. 7 stacks, refreshed. This is it. This is game over. We're dead here. I picked up the boss just in case, but I'm very surprised we didn't die. Very surprised we didn't die. That should have been it. And the ninja pull? Oh, he died. So no, it wasn't a ninja pull because he died. I was like, his body's so close. How is that not a ninja pull? That makes sense. He's dead. He can't pull anything. Yeah, Donnell, this dungeon is hurting, man. It's hurting. Good afternoon, happy Halloween. Happy Halloween to you too, sorry. And good afternoon. I hope your day is going good, man. We're just out here ripping keys, man. Ripping keys. Sometimes there's people in there, Max. Every now and then. It's definitely a lot busier over here, though. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Thanks, Ready, for the 339. I appreciate it. Thanks for that. I'll load up the donation in a little bit. Give me a second. Let's just make sure that we dodge that, and then we've got the surging rush coming. It's a lot of people going down already. A lot of people went down to this boss. Undertow is on me, so I just want to stay within melee range of this one right here because the melee DPSer is on the other guy. So you want to keep one melee DPS on each one whenever you can. I'm going to throw my stun out here, get rid of those tentacles, and maybe... I haven't tried it, but like this guy's DPSing his own tentacles, right? But I haven't tried it, but I'm going to see if I can fear bomb the tentacles as well. Okay, that guy's running to that one. Let me come over here so that he just doesn't cast that Sea Blast is what you want to avoid. That just does a lot of damage. So if you can avoid it, you should. There's the choking brine. Alright, I'm just going to try to step away a little bit from the melee guy. There's a surging rush going out. Let's avoid that. We got hit by it, but we're warriors. We don't get knocked off of places. Oh, let me jump back here, stun it. You don't need to DPS it. I feel like such a noob, but you park your Prot warrior and wait of 8.1. I'm hoping that we get a lot more changes that haven't been data mined in 8.1. I'm hoping for talent point changes, to be completely honest with you. That's what I'm hoping for. Because right now, there's one build of Prot Warrior. That's it, man. There's a few changes you can have to your build of Prot Warrior, but overall, it's one build. So I'm really hoping that they address that issue. Let me try to Fear Bomb the tentacles. It does work. Fear Bomb works. Alright, good to know. Every now and then, I don't know if all forms of CC work on all of the like snakes and tentacles and those like little mechanics, so important to note. Alright, let's get a res and start pulling again. Or actually, they release. So here's my concern with them releasing and running back over here. I hope that they don't pull the guys behind us. That's it. That's all I hope. Because we killed the Pat, but one small misstep on a mount, and you could pull these guys over there. You know, those guys that are straight in front of me. They could be pulled if you're not careful. So yeah, a little worried about that, but we'll see. What's up, Date Mike? How you doing? You like the bleed effect, so it's fun to me? Yeah, you know, as long as your DPS is up there, it doesn't matter how you get there. As in arms, your single target sucks, especially when fighting bosses. Any tips? You should get your priority system straightened out. I think maybe just using the abilities at the right time, like the right abilities at the right time. All right, this is gonna suck. Healer is sitting at like 17% mana, so I'm not gonna. Well, I didn't pull. Healer has 18% mana for this pull. This pull is a difficult one, man. So we'll see how we go. Yeah, your priority system or your rotation on your arms warrior is something you should probably look at then, if you're having trouble with single target. Your single target's going to be a fraction of your AoE, but that's for every class. So, you know, I think depending on your item level and what keys you're pushing, if you're trying to push plus 10s, you should be able to maintain 9 to 10k single target. This is a good way to prep for your 10th shrine tonight. Prot Warrior Guinea Pig. Oh, no, that one pull really hurt. Yeah, this healer. Look at this healer's mana. We gotta wait. We gotta wait. I know the group wants to keep going, but we can't. All right, he's eating now. There it is. He's sitting at 30k. All right, 30k for this pull. We can do that. Now, definitely, normally I just stay in for this pull, even when they do Blessing of Ironsides. I don't, you know, worry about it too much. But now, with this high level of Fortified, I'm going to try to kite them a little bit more, right? Alright, so we got a few stacks of bursting, but they should fall off. That should be the end of it for this pull. There's the Blessing of Ironsides. I'm just going to kite this a little bit. There it is. We're good. We're good. They have a totem which allows for res in combat? No, Don. They do not. You might be thinking of like the Failure Detection Pylon, which is a toy. But like a class ability that they have? No. They don't have that. I'm going to throw a stun out, and then we're going to jump out of here. There's the Blessing of Ironsides, so I'm going to kite as... that was it. I can go down the hallway, but at that point, you know, I have to see how many other people I'm affecting, so I'd much rather try to stay in it and get it done myself. So I did proc a Victory Rush. I can get that going. Alright. This is going to suck for bursting. So healer's sitting at 60-something% mana. Those intimate spaces, man, they're going to suck. And then now we also have the ward, which means you have to stack up, right? So I wonder if this ward lessens the impact of Quaking. And those ads are going to get to the other ads. They're pulling. Yep. We're dead. We are dead. This is a wipe.
Beware.
Alright, let me just... We're going to try to recover, but try is the key word here. I don't think we can. I don't know if we can. So I can try to tank them inside of this rune as well and keep most of them outside, but it's still going to be one of those things where it's still going to be hurting. We can try our best to use it. So let me try to pull these guys out a little bit. There it is, Whirling Slam. Now we do have Quaking. It doesn't seem like Quaking is affected by the ward, which is nice to know. That Whirling Slam is affected by that. So, all right, we use that to our advantage. We're not going to be getting any more though. So, this is it. The rest of the pull. Can't believe we survived it just by abusing that ward on the ground. Alright, the good thing is from surviving that, we do have extra percentage. So that is one of the only silver linings we can get. What is my item level now? 376. From my weekly Mythic Plus chest, I actually got a 380 shield. So that was actually pretty damn cool. I was not expecting a 380 shield for sure. Tell you that much. I was very pleasantly surprised when I saw that 380 shield. I've gotten actually really lucky this raid tier with drops from that weekly Mythic Plus loot. So since there's not like a whole lot of area to run and I'd much rather keep the DPS here, I am kind of taking the brunt of that damage of the Blessing of Spell Warding, just because I wanted to keep everybody here. Now everybody's here. I want healer to start drinking up a little bit again. He's sitting at 27% mana, 22%. So this guy is for sure gonna suck, right? This guy hurts. So there it is. Healer sitting at 50%. Let me pull this guy. Not gonna move. There it is. I just want to pull him here so that everybody can kind of LOS the storm, because we do have that fortified, high key fortified, right? And look at that. That is just melting away the mage. So just something to know that you can be doing for your group. One of our DPSers is down now. Looks like our healer is hiding whenever.
Beware.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like everyone's hiding.
Beware.
You want that shield? My 380 shield that I got? What shield was it? It's the one from Riot Shield. This is the one from AtalDazar, I believe. 380 AtalDazar. I think so. Ancestral Protection Totem? Oh, they do. Oh, okay. Could have sworn it was, they didn't. It also doesn't help that I just don't see a lot of shamans. Alright, let's get these guys down. Oh, it's in BFA. Got it. Let's watch out for that blessing going out. Just when that blessing goes out, if you do plan on staying in, like I do, make sure you have block up. If you don't have block up, then maybe what you want to do is get a lot of ignore pains up, but you do want to be able to mitigate that damage to the best of your abilities, right? Gonna go trick-or-treat now? For sure. Happy Halloween, ready, and thanks for the donation again. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. We did pull this, but that's okay. You normally need this for percentage. Since we did pull extra, we don't necessarily need this, but we'll make do. We'll make do, right? We'll just knock these guys out real quick. We'll just get our Prot Warrior DPS pants on and take care of them. You linked the WoW head for it? Oh yeah, links don't work. Yep. Sorry about that. For the new PTR changes, yeah, they just came out a few hours ago. I think the build went up last night, so the data mining finished either late yesterday or early today, depending on where you decide to get your news from. Even I needed to stop and eat after that one. The ugly door, it keeps people out, man. It keeps people out. On the other side of that door, there's a male undead. You're seeing Shammies make a comeback? I think it has to do with the arena tournament, to be completely honest with you. So, Resto Shamans aren't necessarily super weak or anything. Now, I do think they are weaker than, say, Mistweaver Monks or something. But they're not necessarily crazy weak for any sense. But I think people are finally seeing the value of their mastery and how they can be efficient with their mana as a result of that mastery, depending on the content you're doing. So I definitely think the arena tournament has something to do with that. When people start seeing super high levels of dampening and the rest of shamans are still able to crank out big numbers as long as they heal at the right time. So I think I would imagine that has something to do with it. I don't think a heavy mastery build is still going to be the meta, but I think people are finally realizing the value of it and the strength of the rest of shamans. What's up, Nathan? How you doing? Nice to see some warriors tanking mythics. Yeah, man, we're in here. We're in here just pugging it up. I also try to do whatever keys you guys let me know that you guys are having difficulty on. I try to do that for the week. Like Shrine of the Storm, since it is bursting, is going to be terrible, right? I don't recommend running Shrine of the Storm this week if you can avoid it. Let me throw out a stun and maybe run away till the bursting goes away. Okay, there it is. I can get back in there, DPS a little bit. Alright, I'm going to walk away again. There's the bursting falling. Hey, we learned bursting. In the beginning of the dungeon, they were just stacking it up, man. Stacking it up, but we're good now. Healer has 1% mana. Let's wait for that. You know Vengeance Demon Hunter is amazing, but you feel this week you feel very squishy with Fortified. Do you have any tips for efficiently using Demon Spikes? I have not tanked on a Vengeance Demon Hunter in BFA since the beta. So I did it in the beta, and I agree with you that they feel weak. I completely agree with you. I think Demon Spike's uptime definitely does need a buff. That being said, I used to tank in Legion with it, so what you can do is, and you know, one of the better things I think you can try to time is your heal. You should be running Soul Bomb. You should be timing that around your Demon Spike's, your Demon Spike faltering, right? So if you no longer have Demon Spike charges, then one thing that you can try to substitute it with, and it's still gonna be spiky. Like there's no way going around the fact that you are gonna be spiky. But the one way you can try to get around it is get that 5 soul consumption going as soon as that that gap happens. You have Demon Spike gap, well, that's when you're gonna start doing super high heals, right? Start getting those spirit bombs off. Alright, so we did take care of that one boss. We did happen to have, you know, a good amount of interrupts, so that's really gonna help out. And then at this point, the hindering cleave itself, since it's not tyrannical, you guys have seen me kite 1 so far. It's not tyrannical, so my big focus for that hindering cleave is, do I have block up? If I have block up when that hindering cleave goes out, I'm not too worried about it. If it was tyrannical and he had Blessing of Ironsides and he threw out the hindering cleave, I'd be more worried. But without tyrannical, my only concern is keeping block up. So hindering cleave is going to come out right now. I'll show you guys. There's a hindering cleave. I took 10%. You know, it's not too bad if you get your block up. All right. Oh no, I'm snared. I can't run away from you guys. I don't think we're going to make it in time, to be, you know, completely honest. Okay. So, the Frost Snare is going to suck here because I think we're going to pull this guy. I hope not. Nice. We got a sheep off on him. That is really nice, CC. That's thinking. Oh, man. I was not expecting that. You heard Shamis have issues with how spread out players are. If you're a Shami healer, you try to group up more or whatever possible. Yes, if you can. If you can, it would definitely help. I mean, some of their toolkit isn't specifically based on it, but some of it is. Like, you have your Spirit Link and Healing Rain. They happen to just have a little bit more that's dependent on it. But, you know, it also depends on how your shaman is healing. You know, is your shaman prioritizing chain heals, or are they doing healing surges? But then that's going to cause a mana issue. So it, you know, leads up to a few things, and I honestly don't know a crazy amount about their healing rotation and how much it impacts their mana to really see all of the effects of it. Why are those not landing? That was weird. All right, let me eat up here. Hindering cleave is blockable? Yes. Let me show you my combat log. Oh, they pulled. Sorry, I'll try to show you, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to anymore. I think the combat log is gonna get deleted by this. We have a 5-stack too. This is gonna hurt. Yeah, let me see if I can. Oh, they are here. Oh, man. Trying to see if I can find it. Alright, there's not a crazy amount. Melee hit. Hindering cleave hit me, and then you see that block damage right there? Hindering cleave hit me for 2,000, block 27,000. So yeah, hindering cleave, blockable. Healer sitting at 50% mana. I'll let him start drinking again. Alright, let's go. This pull sucks in terms of how much magic damage goes out to you. Especially as a Prot warrior, you're just not going to have a fun time when it comes to this pull. Look at that. Fortified and this pull, it's going to suck. Okay, I'm going to start rotating my cooldowns here. I popped my shield wall to try to stay alive. There's my rallying cry. Last stand just went out too. And now let's keep Demo Shout up. Just everything you can to stay alive. That magic damage that you guys do. The Deep Smash looks like a physical ability, but it is a magic ability. It's like a bolt. It's like a frost bolt that gets cast at you and then breaks up and hits the rest of the group. So be very careful with that. Now the good thing here is that these spawn, the tentacles, do not actually give bursting. So just the main 2 guys are going to be what you want to be worried about. Let me get a stun. There's the other Rip Mind. I had already used my stun and my interrupt, so can't take care of those anymore. There's another Rip Mind. I might go down to this Rip Mind. It's a heavy dot. I got a victory rush? No, I did not. One person went down to this bull. Alright, not too bad, not too bad. What is my Prot item level? 376. Do Atal if you can, for sure, Tucky. I will try to get into a 10 Atal. Infested on Atal, I don't think is too bad. I think it'd be nice if they gave Warriors Impending Victory by default and replace it. Yes, I agree. I think we need something a little bit more passive, though, when it comes to healing. I think if they gave us Manaroth Bracer effect as one of the talents, we would have some nice competition in the talent points, right? Because right now there's one build. I think adding Manaroth Bracer talents to those talents can add a few more builds. Like, hey, you know what? You have really good haste, so therefore your rage generated and your rage spent is really, really big. So why don't you actually run Manaroth Bracers instead to do a lot of healing? It's going to be Grievous week. Healing is going to come in handy. There is no such thing as overhealing when you have all these stacks of Grievous on you, right? Or, no, you know what? This week there is such a thing as overhealing. Just spec out of it. I think something that doesn't add to our global cooldowns that does heal us would be a lot more beneficial. Just a whole lot more. Maybe even kind of what we had in Legion with Manaroth Bracers, right? Like in Legion, we could argue that with Manaroth Bracers, every time you ignore pain, you also would gain, you know, depending on how big your ignore pain was, how much rage you used, you would gain a certain percentage. So what if instead ignore pain is off the global, ignore pain gives you a bubble, but also gives you that 1% per 10 rage, so it gives you 4% of your max HP. Now we have a little bit of healing that is off the global. It still costs a resource. It's still part of your rotation that you're already used to. So it's something that you're gonna be using anyway. You're gonna be clicking on it. So I think something a little bit more passive could definitely help out the spec, as opposed to adding more abilities that are on the global. We're gonna sidestep that mental assault. And that's really what you have to look out for in these pulls, is the mental assault. Healer's mana is sitting at about 35k. There it is. Sit down and drink again. Sit down, sit down, sit down. We can pull. Oh no. Okay. Well, we're gonna pull. He's sitting at 45%, which is enough for a trash pull. If you start drinking before a pull is over, I mean, before a pull starts, you can kind of keep that going a little bit. Let's sidestep those mental assaults. All of those void bolts going out at the exact same time definitely take a toll on you. They definitely do. And then Rip Mine kind of going around everywhere. It's just a lot of little things. You guys saw me. I almost went down in the beginning there with all the void bolts hitting me at the same time. Mental assault being cast right now, so let's sidestep that. Perfect. Enjoying a cup of coffee while sitting under the tank and learning tree. Your chamois have issues. Oh yeah, I don't. I think they do. Stuff like Spirit Link for sure. But yeah, you barely go do dungeons because of your computer. Yeah, one thing I've noticed a lot about Legion is it's definitely. I mean about BFA is it's a lot more demanding on your computer, right? You start running stuff like Uldir and you get to Zoltrash, or you even in Gahoon, right? Gahoon and Zoltrash for some reason are just destroying everyone's computers, and I'm not quite sure what's doing it. Even being inside of Zandalar or Dazalalore and being inside of Boralus, it just has a lot of FPS issues. So definitely one of the things I've noticed with BFA is a little bit more unoptimized coding, it seems. Alright, so we got a little bit of role-playing here, waiting for one last person to run over that did die. We have 4 minutes, which means this is a rip key. For sure this is a rip key. But either way, you know, the group got a lot better at managing the bursting towards the end here. Do I know how DPS are doing, or just tanks? You have characters you haven't played? I mean, somewhat. I have some idea. There's certain classes I don't see enough to be able to tell you how they're doing. Like, I don't ever see unholy DKs. So as far as changes happening to unholy DKs, how it's going to affect their rotation, what their rotation currently is, stuff like that, you know, no idea. It's hard for me to say with classes that I hardly see. Like, unfortunately, I also hardly see Disc Priest, right? So it's also hard for me to see Disc Priest changes and Azerite changes and see exactly what's happening. But yeah, there's certain classes that I see a lot more of, certain classes that I do see a lot less of. And I do, you know, when I watch other content, I do watch other people that play other classes, just because you know, there's not too many people playing Prot Warriors out there right now. But yeah, I do see other people playing other stuff. So I have some idea of how things are doing. Not the biggest expert. I can't tell you everybody's secondary stat and rotation, you know. Let's get away from this Quaking. Void Bolt me again. Come on. I want to kill you with the Spell Reflect. Ah. Wait for this water to change. Trust me. I ran in there once while it hadn't changed. It gets you, man. It gets you. You love Unholy? I used to play Unholy way back when. Way back when. When DKs first got introduced in Wrath of the Lich King. I used to play a lot of Unholy. And actually, to go along with what you're saying, I used to twink Unholy as well. So, definitely something I used to do a lot of. But I haven't picked up Unholy in a long time. Let's see. I want everybody to go down here. Oh no, they're gonna pull them. They're gonna pull those at. Yep, there it is. I put the markers and I typed out to them to come over here, but now we've got a bunch of bursting fortified ads. All right, let's die to these ads with their magic debuff. They have enough of a snare where I can kite them. Please don't pull anymore. Now we do have like those 2 extra over here. It's okay. The main concern was the main ones over here. Oh, nice. Hey guys, you know how we barely made it out of that one? Let's do it again. Is my healer? My healer's dead. Okay, all hope is lost. Healer's dead. Dot. There it is. Mage is great right now, and Ellie Shaman looks really fun. Ellie Shaman does look really fun. Ellie Shaman, so Invasive came on the stream the other day and did Headless Horseman with me, and he's Ellie Shaman, and it looks like so much fun. I actually created a Maghar Orc Shaman. It's still really low level. Leveling right now is one of those things where it's just, I do it sometimes, but it's boring. But, you know, trying to get that Shaman slowly up. Do I plan on doing healing streams on my Holy Pally? My Holy Pally is not geared enough for that yet, but yes, eventually. My Holy Pally right now is item level 333. So, I have actually not done any Mythic dungeons on my Holy Paladin. Just been doing a few world quests, like the Emissaries, Warfront, you know, something like that. So yeah, I do plan on doing holy healing stuff later. You already just realized that you have a level 80 Prot Warrior with XP turned off. Oh, nice. Very nice. Alright, so this guy, the Sunken Denizen on this high fortified, he's gonna hurt. So for sure, what I normally stress is if you have shield block up, you can tank him. If you don't, then don't tank him. And every now and then, you can kind of supplement that with a little bit of ignore pain and stuff, with like a demo shout and ignore pain. But for sure this time, there is going to be no substitute. If I don't have shield block up, I don't want to be here. So shield block is running out pretty soon. So what I'm going to do is interrupt that ad for everybody else and start kiting. I do have one charge of shield block up. Let me run in. I do have a few seconds here then of tanking this guy. And shield block is up. So I'm going to start running away, start kiting the denizen again. Shield block is back up. If I get a charge and a shield slam, I can block. So I have a few seconds left of tanking. And that should be enough. Almost. You see how big of a chunk I got taken down as soon as my block was over? Okay, so I hope that this boss doesn't get too far ahead of us since we don't have Tyrannical. That was a big repair bill, 300 bucks. Alright, so healer's at full. Let's go. Let's just do it. Yeah, Dark Lord, I mostly just do pugs. I normally just join groups that already have like 3 people in it, so I can just keep doing different keys. It's also like up to what you guys want to see. Like someone wants to see a siege and an Atal, so I'm gonna try to do those keys. So yeah, this is mostly just me pugging. You know, I don't want to. I basically don't want to feel like this is a viewer key. We have to get it done. You know, despite wiping for an hour or two or whatever happens. So definitely just pugging a bunch of keys. But there are people here who have seen what groups I join and then queue up for them and join them themselves as well. So, you know, you have to snipe his groups and join. Yeah. All right. I'm not going to use my interrupt because this guy is just about dead. And let me interrupt the boss. Okay. So we've got Last Stand going. We've got our big gap in shield block happening right now. So letting that shield block kind of recharge. Now there's going to be some guys behind me here. So let me start bringing these guys over. Hopefully the Frost Mage kind of controls some of these. Perfect with that Frost Nova. It was a very good Frost Nova. So now we should have a little bit more deeps going out on these guys. Let me start walking away a little bit again. Come this way, come this way. Alright, we're good, we're good, we're good. Hopefully, next grasp is happening in a few seconds here, so I think we're going to have to do another phase, which is going to not be fun. Now, healer is sitting at 50% mana, so that is the good news here. I do have one charge of shield block, but I want to get the rage for it. There it is. Now I can be in here, DPS, right? Before this, it was going to be really hard for me to DPS. I was going to be getting destroyed by this denizen. Now, he still does hit hard, but for sure, with blocking up, it's a lot more manageable. So, kite a little bit again. Here's my shield block. Let's run back in. There it is. Somebody got the interrupt off on the boss. Now, since we are in the third phase, the first puddle that he dropped should be disappearing relatively soon. So what I want to do is kind of get him over here in the middle, and I can get him over to where his first puddle was. Oh no! Oh no! The tentacle was landing there at that exact moment. That first puddle was probably about 5 or 10 seconds away from disappearing. I just wanted to position myself to run to the top of the room. That was a rip key, unfortunately. So 1 rip key down. And we got 2. Oh, wow. Somebody got a 390. Jeez. It's a poor coding. Game only runs on a few cores. And in 8.1, hopefully it changes, right? What do I think about running Impending Victory with 2 Bury the Hatchet Azurite traits? Bury the Hatchet? Is that a generic one? I wouldn't suggest running the generic traits. They're not that great, to be honest, but if you're trying to proc Impending Victory a lot, I would say it's a lot better to just become better at mitigating. More armor, more strength, use your rage a lot more wisely, you know, more uptime on shield block. Oh, he was giving that one away, but it's crit. Alright, let's go back over to AtalDazar. What professions I have? I have tailoring and blacksmithing. And at this point, I've considered picking up a gathering profession and making more money out of that, but I have a lot of old world recipes, and I've heard a lot of horror stories that when you unlearn and relearn something, a lot of those old world recipes kind of disappear, and even with the GM ticket, they're not able to prove that you had that recipe. So I'd much rather just keep things the way they are. Legion, BFA, same difference. Ouch. Do I play any other games, Taki? I do. So other games that I play, watch out for that mental assault. Other games that I play, I do play, I started playing Warcraft 3 custom games a lot lately. That's something I used to play in the past, and I play a lot of tower defense games. Besides that, I picked up a remastered version of one of my favorite RPGs, which is Grandia 2. And I play Clash Royale on my phone as well, and also Pokemon Go. So that's mostly it. I don't play too much outside of WoW, to be honest. What do I think of Raider.io? It's okay. It's a good tool, right? Raider.io shows you people's experience, but it doesn't show you everything. So it shows you people's experience in the current patch, in the current expansion. That being said, it doesn't show you if someone historically was pushing for world first or realm first or was in a super hardcore raiding guild. It's a decent way of seeing the kind of content that people have done now, but it's not the only answer. And it also doesn't show people who are willing to wipe with the group and stay with it. It doesn't show people that are willing to teach others in the group. It doesn't show people who are willing to do interrupts. It could, Raider.io just shows the highest keys you've done. So it could just be someone with a lot of gold that gets carried a lot, I love my IO. I don't. IO is not the only answer. I just think IO is an interesting case when everybody is saying Prot Warriors suck and Prot Warriors are not viable and there's no way for Prot Warriors to do anything. IO is a good way of saying, look what I've done. That's it. Just a good way to shut up everybody who's thinking that Prot Warriors can't do anything. We've done LFR. So just wondering what professions, yeah. You want rings and weapon really bad? I got really lucky on rings. I got them really early on. Bury the Hatchet is new in 8.1. Oh, let me see. Is that the one with Avatar? It's Arms Warrior, it says. Oh, when you use Victory Rush, you gain physical absorb for 10 seconds. It's not something you should aim for. It's not something that you're going to be trying to get all the time. I'm trying to see what ring it's in, because I don't think it's the outside ring. Yeah, I don't... Let me see. Bury the Hatchet. Inner rings. Yeah, again, it's one of those things that as a Prot Warrior, you probably aren't going to be... It's in the same... Okay, so Bury the Hatchet is in the same area where this is, and Bury the Hatchet does the same thing, right? So if you proc a Victory Rush and use it, you get a bubble. This is just an automatic bubble that happens all the time. So you don't need to waste a global cooldown getting this bubble. You don't need to try to get a last hit. So as far as Bury the Hatchet on a Prot Warrior, I think this automatic bubble is going to put in a lot more work than that. Is a shield you get when you use Victory, yeah. What is the best weapon for arms for Mythic? The one from King's Rest was really good till it got nerfed. Now at this point, you know, I'm sure there is a absolute best. Let's see. Does this have it? Let me look. I just want to see if I can search it here. No, this doesn't have it. Oh yeah, it does. Best in slot. Weapon would be haste crit. So where can you get a haste crit weapon? It would be the Talic one. So this guy right here, haste crit. That guy, the Talic hammer. But as far as from Mythics, I don't know if there is a haste crit. I'd have to look. Yeah, anything that's haste crit. Why did I take Tailor and Blacksmithing? Seems like an odd pairing. Oh, so there is a reason to it. Is gathering still good for gold making right now? It's not a very lucrative way of making a bunch of gold, but what it is a certain way of making gold. So if you farm, you're for sure going to sell those things, right? That was a shrine +9. So the good thing about gathering professions is the fact that you for sure are going to get that gold. Like those items are going to sell, as opposed to farming like transmog. That's going to take a little bit. So it just depends on what kind of gold you want to make. You had people leave Mythic +4 times in a row. Ouch. That sucks, man. You just get 200 mace, 375 from Luke West. Nice, congrats. You relearn BFA and Legion recipes, rip old recipes. Yeah, so that's the reason why I haven't unlearned it. Herbalism, where the gold is. Yeah, at the start of the expansion, it's for sure way crazier. Better have alchemy. Yes, that's for sure gonna be one of those things that is for sure guaranteed. You made 3 mil. Wow. You guys make a lot of money. Should be the AtalDazar mace. AtalDazar, Mythic loot, and as arms? No, they're talking about a DPS, a 2-hander. Haste verse, so not that. This is the one without secondary stats that got nerfed a little bit. And then crit verse, crit mastery. I don't think there is a haste crit. I think that's why Talic is haste mastery, verse mass. Yeah, I think you're better off trying to pug. Getting Talic down is not crazy difficult, so you're better off trying to pug it and get a Talic kill. Do I ever play Arms or Fury? Beefiest Taco, I play Arms. Yes, I do keys. Like if I'm gonna do a key with my co-tank or something, I'll go Arms. So if I actually I don't do a lot on Arms, but I've done some keys on Arms, right? So that's what's gone on the record. Increase your mastery by a stack and grants you ignore pain. I'm not crazy about it, Brendan, because that means that Azurite trait only happens once every minute. I'd much rather use an Azurite trait that happens every 20 or 30 seconds. You need 2 million gold for the mount. Wow, that is still a lot of gold that you have. Do I mostly Mythic Plus with the same group? Nope. It's just a pug, man. It's just a pug. So somebody wanted me to do Siege, right? So let's queue up for Siege. Highest I see is a +9. Let's see if I can get in. Yeah, I just queue it for randoms. Is the Prot Warrior buff live? Not yet. Not yet, Mike. I'm going to assume after BlizzCon. So I'm going to assume we have BlizzCon, we have the WoW Classic demo, and we have probably like 2 more weeks, and then 8.1 drops. And then a little bit more of raid testing. The raid might drop like early December or something. I think 8.1 is going to drop a little bit faster than the raid. You tanked Talik, so that's saying a lot. Yeah, Talik isn't too bad. But what would you take if you replaced your Deafening Crash? For sure it would be Iron Fortress. Iron Fortress provides a little bit of everything. A little bit more baseline block, and a little bit more physical damage mitigation. So I think blocking is very, very strong. I don't want to say busted. I think blocking is very strong when it comes to mitigating damage. So I like Iron Fortress, and then there's also let me see if I can find it. I have a ton of Azerite gear just in case they always change the Azerite traits on us, right? There was one other one. Reinforced plating or something. Is it this one? This one. Shield Slam increases block and Shield Slam damage. This one's not too bad, but I prefer Iron Fortress. So what's about cheesing Talik when he rage or something? No. Cheesing Talik, it's just Talik is Talik. There's no like super cheese strategy. A cup full of Prot Warrior tears? Ouch. You dropped Deafening Crash for... Really? You dropped Deafening Crash? That is a brave move, my friend. Azerite Veins is great too. Yes, Azerite Veins is nice. I don't think I have any Azerite Veins on my current gear. I do not. What are the best arms Azerite traits? Crushing Assault. I believe the highest DPS for arms is Lord of War, but they could have gone under some changes. Let me look. Archive of Titans and Laser Matrix, for sure if you can get those on a 5-stack at least. If not, Executioner's Precision. Oh, Lord of War did get nerfed, for sure. Yeah, Executioner's Precision, for sure. Lightforge Draenei Warrior is fun. I've heard from Max that Lightforge is very fun with that nice little instant nuke you have. Alright, we're going to do Siege of Boralus.
Stay the course.
Let's write this down. And for those of you guys that are relatively new to the stream, whenever I do run a bunch of keys, I put them in the description as far as what the times were. So if you guys ever catch the VOD and aren't able to stop by live, you guys can see what keys I did. If you want to see them or not, you can skip around. I try to archive every single stream. Every now and then I do miss it, but I try to archive, you know, relatively where in the VOD you can find those keys that I've been running. Max is the only prop Talik can cheese him, huh? No, you can one tank Talik. No. For Epic, for cheesing Talik, you can one tank it. Doesn't matter. The only time where a paladin can one tank Talik where anyone else can't is in Mythic. Mythic Talik requires the prop paladin. You stacked Crushing Assault twice. It got nerfed a lot. Here, let me show you this. So this has information from Blood Mallet and Beefiest Taco. If you want to ever look at Azerite traits and how they sim, bloodmallet.com, very good resource. But the people over at Icy Veins also pull that information and use it for their guides. So yeah, you can check out exactly how it stacks up there. Enlarged Heart is the cheese strat? Yes. Only Mythic. Enlarged Heart is what you can do. Yeah, with Enlarge Heart, I think you rotate like Blessing of Spell Warding, Bubble, and then you need like an external, and yeah. I'm not quite sure what exactly every single one of them is. Also at hero damage for sure. Oh, as far as my traits, my professions, why did I pick my professions? When I made this character, it was Wrath of Lich King. So as far as why I have blacksmithing, it was for weaponsmithing. Weaponsmithing was really prevalent in TBC. It was a little bit prevalent in Wrath. I thought it was going to continue going that way, so I picked up blacksmithing to keep doing weaponsmithing for the rest of the expansions. And then I picked up tailoring because I used to PvP a lot, and I used to get really frustrated when frost mages or any kind of mages could kite me indefinitely. So the way that I went around that for PvP, since I used to PvP a lot, was by crafting nets. And I would just use nets. So the reason for blacksmithing was for weaponsmithing, tailoring was for nets. So that's why I have those professions. Are we in a +9 or 10? I don't remember, Dark. I think it's a 9. Is everybody here? No, not everybody's here. You only have to stack for 1 Enlarged Heart downstairs? Yeah. Is there a way to know if an ability is blockable or not? The best way to do it, Taki, is to look at logs. So if you don't know, if you've never run the content, you can look up any other Prot warrior that has done that content. But when we talk about Mythic Plus, since Mythic Pluses don't necessarily have as many logs, although they do now, they're starting to become more popular to log. You just have to look at your own combat log, right? Just look at your own personal combat log when you're playing WoW, and you know, right down here at the bottom left, just look at that combat log and see if it says block. It's easy to check if something's blockable on a Prot warrior because shield block increases your block value by 100%. So if it's blockable, you're gonna block it 100% of the time. So that's just, it's easier to see that. You love blacksmithing and Wrath because of the 1-2-hander? Yeah. This is a, I think it was a 9. If it's a 10, I'm gonna have to do a lot more marking for the infested mobs. It's a 9. Yeah. Oh, Slobber Knocker. We didn't forget. We never forget. All hail Dark Lord. Yeah, I think he managed to get in here. Dark Lord, are you the monk? I was the last person that joined. If you're the monk, you're normally not a healer. Yup, yeah, you're normally not a healer. I already see your trinket. Your trinket is a tanking trinket, or it could be used for DPS, but you're not normally a healer, right? We got you on your off spec here. Let's reflect that bolt. Let me eat up real quick. Oh, we did have a mage, so you do have conjured food as well. This is gonna suck for bursting, so let me just eat up for like a second and let's go. Yeah, man, I saw that trinket proc, Dark. Oh no, oh no, people were dying. The bursting. But yeah, that's the big reason of why I am blacksmithing and tailoring, to be honest. It was a choice that was made in Wrath. I didn't change it. I like the nets for PvP, and then nets kind of went away in Legion. They stopped being as, you know, as beneficial. And then at that point, that's when I was like, I don't know if I switch right now, am I gonna lose everything? And I started seeing a lot of stories of people losing all of their old world stuff. And there were some people who didn't, some people that did, and you know, I've had it for so long, I don't think it's worth it for me to just lose everything. Alright, this is gonna suck for bursting as well. But hey, if we lose, it's Dark Lord's fault. Not anyone else. Not me for like having a lot of AoE DPS or anything like that. Definitely not me. And in 8.1, this Molten Slug cast going out, I believe that's physical. I'll be able to block that. How great is that gonna be? I think that's one of the changes I'm more excited for, is being able to block physical ranged abilities. Alright, I'm gonna have to stop for mana for you after this. My bad. My bad. I didn't see it right before this. I swear I'm not trying to stress you out on purpose. Promise. What is with this lag? Might just be a me thing. Alright, so we just survived this guy. Let me throw out a stun right here and let Dark Lord mana up a little bit. I think he's got like a grand total of like 10% mana. What's up, Demon Hunter? How you doing? Sinus infection strikes back. That sucks, man. Get better. Get better. Why do I prefer to stack crit than haste on arms? I don't. For my gear for arms personally, I use what I have. I worry a lot about my main spec and getting those secondary stats, but on arms it was just, you know, it was just what I was saying at the time. Just saying, you know, that crit's gonna be really good for you. But if you want to stack haste, that definitely is gonna work out for you as well. Especially for a more traditional build of anger management. Anger management is a big one for most warrior, or for arms and for Prot warrior builds. So for sure, you can get that haste up. But yeah, as far as my gear and like all of this gear I have in here that I use for arms, I don't, you know, I use what I can because arms is my secondary. It's not my main focus. Okay. We've got Dark Lord's got a good amount of mana. Let's go. Let's jump in. There's a heavy slash going out. We'll go ahead and sidestep that.
Beware.
There's the barrage going out as well. Now the Iron Gaze is going to be finishing relatively soon. So what I want to do is at least get some of this threat on it, because it is completely possible for this guy to snap and auto attack someone once. Now we're not sitting on a tyrannical week, so it shouldn't be a one shot, but still good to get on that threat table. So you guys see me on that threat table. I've got a good amount of threat on him. Now what I want to happen here is I want the heavy slash to go out once. So there it is. Heavy slash just went out. Now I can stack up and get all these guys down at once, right? So now I'm gonna try to help the cleave damage a little bit. Seems like they're more tunneling the boss, but should be able to do some decent damage here. Once the heavy slash goes out again, just like that, I will go ahead and join the group again. After this Hangman Noose, you are going to have to run out way too fast. So when you see Hangman Noose going out, just run away from the first boss. Run away. Don't be anywhere near. That cast happens way too fast for you to actually be able to run out. So it's best to just not be in there. As like when you start seeing the Hangman Noose go really low, just get away from everything. That heavy slash might hit one person. No, we're good. We're good. All right, let's go ahead and stack up now. Perfect. Boss is down. Healer's got a good amount of HP, mana. Let's go ahead and keep pulling. Do I watch Bajira? Sometimes. Sometimes. Not a whole lot.
Beware.
Alright, let's there it is. gonna say, let's stack him up. This guy running around everywhere and casting doesn't make it easy to stack up.
Beware.
What's up, Jesus? How you doing? Jesus, speaking of musicals, have you seen that there's gonna be a new movie of La Llorona? Keep an eye out on it, man. There was actually a trailer that went out. Rhett originally told me about it, and I swear to you, like 2 days later, the actual trailer came out. All right, that movie better be good. A little better after some rest. Good, man. Good. Rest and meds, man. That's it. Rest and meds. Alright, so this pull's also not going to be very fun. But we've got enough mana to deal with it. Healer should be able to heal through this. There it is. A nice even 4 stack. Oh, that was really good burst damage from the DPSers. All of the mobs went down instantly. Alright, now let's do our secret tank warrior technique here. And make it all the way across. Nice. Easy peasy, guys. Now I want these guys to get hit by this artillery. There it is. Get bursted down. I don't think the spotter, he doesn't actually get hit by his own artillery. So just everybody else, all the other ads. Let me back up. My DPS isn't as important as the other melees, so I'll let them jump in there. Jesus said, "Good afternoon, my children." Yes, that's exactly what he said. It might just be a me thing. It's a warrior thing. Sometimes I'm just like, I don't know if it's just me or not. There are certain things that I enjoy for my playstyle, like even just secondary stats for a Prot warrior. I like haste mastery because I have I like using my uptime on my shield block. I like having that uptime. There's a lot of warriors out there that prefer haste versatility. It's going to give you slightly bigger ignore pains. It's going to smooth out your damage while you don't have shield block up. But if you know how to get a decent uptime on blocking by also using bolster and just eating and generating a ton of rage, it's not that big of a deal. But not everybody uses cooldowns the same way, so every now and then there are a few things that come within a few percentage points of each other that are like, I don't know if it's a me thing or if it's, you know, just in general. How are Demon Hunter tanks doing in BFA Mythic Plus? They're doing good for Mythic Plus. Now, Demon Hunter tanks for raiding, not too good. Not too good. But in terms of Mythic Plus, you're good. You're covered. You are probably the second or the third best tank when it comes to Mythic Plus. So, something important to note there, that you will be doing good if you play a Demon Hunter. It is a little bit more on the spiky side, but I feel like the higher end tanks for Mythic Plus right now are all on that spiky side. You have DKs and you have Demon Hunters, right? So definitely one of those things where the high level Mythic Plus game is all about outgearing, and then it's all about the classes that have really good self-healing and decent active mitigation. It's not the best, it's decent. But the thing that makes you different is the ability to recover, the ability to heal yourself and to just say, no, I'm just gonna do it this way. All right, so this guy is gonna suck. So what we can do is DPS this guy from this direction, and hopefully he disengages in the other direction, right back to where we were. That's the hope. Nice. Oh, okay. You were there, Jesus, on the Discord and saw the trailer that we linked. Yeah, I'm hoping that's a good movie. You need a dispel for that sinus infection. Yes, he does. All right, let's jump in here. One thing I want to avoid is that frontal cleave. This one right here. Clear the deck. Just sidestep it, and we'll be good. Everything else, straightforward DPS. I have a few seconds left on my avatar just to be able to pick these guys up. There's a broadside cast. Just go ahead and sidestep it. Every time that goes out, I want to avoid all of this nonsense on the ground, all of this Azurite cannon on the ground. And yeah, the cannoneer going down right now. Someone's going to have to pick up that gun and DPS down or shoot down the main boss. So here we have the cannon. Let me just go ahead and pick it up. I want one of the DPS to pick it up, but hey, we're good. Got to phase 2 anyway. Doesn't matter how you got there. You got there. Lori? You call her Lori? Yeah, wait, did somebody ask? Why do Latino mamas gotta scare their kids with La Llorona and the other horror stories for us to behave? It's just, it's one of those things. Every culture has their own version. It's the same thing as the boogeyman, and it's also the same thing as like, it's not exactly the same thing because we also have, you know, certain other things in cultures, but there's also like the secrets are for the devil, or if you do this, then you know this, then the devil's gonna get you. Only bad kids go to, you know. It's a lot of those little things. It's just instilling fear in your kids. That's all it is. Different cultures have different stories. I don't think the boogeyman is as popular as La Llorona, but you know, again, different cultures. I'm gonna go ahead and use my taunt here while that goes out, so she doesn't just start casting her ranged spell here. And we should be good. We lost one melee, but we'll be able to recover. Now, the one thing I learned from doing this key is that trying to heroic leap onto these guys is a little tricky. You don't want to heroic leap right up against the border here because it doesn't work. So if you try to heroic leap right up against this, look, there's an invisible wall here, right? So if you put your heroic leap right here, it doesn't work. There's no path. So you got to do it a little bit before. So if you want to do the fast skip on your warrior, don't heroic leap all the way. Heroic leap a little bit short, and then you'll be able to do that. That's the way to get it done. The bananas were being cast right under me, but I'm snared. Couldn't avoid it. Sounds like Grumpus. A little bit. It's just all these, you know, different cultures, different stories, different way of scaring kids into going to sleep on time and not being out late. That's all it is. This dungeon goes so smooth. This storm is just simply talking about the Dark Lord.
Beware.
The Dark Lord just handling things and healing through them easily. This might be a ninja pull here. Yeah, it is. Okay, that's no big deal. We'll have to ask the Dark Lord on how healing a Prot warrior felt after this. Alright, so this big dude, this demo guy is going to go down. There it is. And then as far as when do we have another demo padding around? Okay, so I see the other demos padding around right now. So I got to be careful as to when we're going to be pulling this next group. Pull them right now, we get them all. And with the Fear Bomb, it's just not something I want to do. If we had a Shaman to get those Tremor Totems out, maybe that would be something I'd be a little more willing to do, but we don't. So everybody's going to be taking a lot of damage during that Fear Bomb, right? They can walk over bananas, get snared. I won't be getting any heals. I can stay up as an active tank through Berserker Rage, but, you know, still won't be getting any heals. So it's just something you got to be aware of. Alright, so the demo guy is probably... There he is. He's all the way around. Alright, I'm just going to pull these guys back. All the way back over here to avoid that pat. There it is. The camera angles, man. I love seeing those tree leaves. You've been getting purged? How will warriors be after 8-1? A little bit better, but it's not going to fix everything about warriors. I still think one of the biggest things that warriors lack is the ability to recover. Whether that means having a self-heal, whether that means having... If you mess up once on a Prot warrior, it's very taxing on you, and it's just something that sucks and it hurts, and it's hard to pick yourself back up after doing one little mess up. And ignore paying off the global and you know, having a little bit more stamina, having a little bit more strength, it's all gonna help the Prot warrior be a little bit tankier, but we're not gonna have that ability of recovery. That hasn't been implemented yet. So until we get something that helps us recover with a little bit better healing, or some kind of cooldown that'll help us recover from one play mistake, it's gonna be difficult, right? As a warrior right now, you have to play preemptively. I know what kind of damage is coming in. I know what cooldowns and what abilities to use before they land on me. I know what rotation I need to go in there using, right? You have different rotations for different times. Alright, we're gonna have this one guy right here. Come on, come over here. Come over here. Let us take your lunch money over here. Give me your lunch money. Oh, nice. I don't mind the uh-oh, that's gonna hit everybody. Good luck, guys. Oh, one shot Dark Lord. Dark Lord, what happened, man? What happened? Alright. My Berserker Rage was down. Had to use my Will of the Forsaken. Feels undead, man. Alright, we're good. Can we survive without the dark? Oh, he's already back. Never mind. Never mind. Scratch that. A kill will still reset it if it costs rage to us. It's not that bad. What are we talking about? Impending victory talent should be a part of the base kit. Yes, but that just adds more to our global cooldowns, right? It's just another ability on the global cooldown I have to use to keep myself alive. I'm just saying it would be nice to have something that's off the global that can help keep me alive. That's all. That's it. Just something a little bit more passive, or something that maybe even just heals for a little bit more. Right? That would be the big thing for me that I would love to see. Manaroth bracer effects. Enraged regen on a really slow heal, right? Oh, that banana got me. I think they got this. Enraged regen, instead of healing everything over the course of like 5 seconds, what if enraged regen healed over the course of 30 seconds? Still the same amount of heal, but now I only have to press that one button every 30 seconds. Like, I don't want to impact our global cooldown because they're already heavily impacted. That's the reason why Ignore Pain feels bad on the global, is because we already have too many other things to hit. So yeah, what I really want is a solution that is off the global. As much as Ignore Pain is like, I mean, Impending Victory is like, that's already part of our kit, just give it to us. It just adds something else. Alright, I'm going to try to keep these guys here so that they do get hit by that. Nice, they did get hit by one of them. Impending Victory? Did I say Victory? Did I say it all messed up? My bad. Alright, group, stay here. Every marker there, please. Just stack it up. Stack it up right here, guys. Alright. Now, I don't have Avatar here, which means that maybe the aggro is gonna, yeah, aggro is gonna bounce around just a little bit. The Demon Hunters here are on top of their game when it comes to DPS, so losing aggro just a little bit when I don't have Avatar up. There it is. I now have Avatar up. Now we're in the safe zone. Also, the beginning of that pull, trying to get everything together, and also taking the Venom stacks, it hurts. Luckily, Mr. Dark Lord here is dispelling, which helps out a ton. Alright, so the boss is over here. Let's pull this group. This is going to be the second. This is going to be another difficult group to do, right? And then the next group, the only group that's left, is going to be the easier one. Alright, now let's try to do this. Pick these guys up a little bit. Without Avatar, you just gotta invest a little bit of rage into that revenge cleaving, right? That revenge cleaving, it's not ideally what you want to be investing rage into, but like this guy, look, this guy pops off at 30,000 DPS. It's gonna be hard to hold DPS on him, so you gotta invest a little bit of that rage into those revenge hits when that pull starts off. Hopefully you do get lucky with some good revenge procs though, and that won't be as taxing on you. Mana Rot's 1% for 10 revenge, replace Ravager and give AM competition. I agree. I don't think it'll beat out or anger management regardless, but it'll at least give it some competition, right? Okay, so what I'm gonna do here is pull the boss and reset him, and then that'll pull the trash mobs. All right, come on, just everybody, come on, let's go, Mr. Boss Man, let's go. All right. So, unluckily for me, it's not 8.1 and all of these physical shots are not blockable. So I'm going to focus just a little bit more on my ignore pains rather than my shield blocks, because 3 of these guys are doing that ranged physical damage to me. And hopefully that keeps me alive, which it did. It's funny to see everyone follow me when I pull the mobs. Yeah, it happens a lot, man. Alright. Let's do it. How's your mana? Oh, your mana's good. You're at 95%. Alright, so I'm going to pull this guy off here to the edge. And the reason why I do this is to just aim his AoE really far away from anything. I don't ever want it to be in the way when we have to dodge the water. So there it is. Let me sidestep a little bit and get him over here. And then we're going to have one more tidal surge on everybody else. Oh, no, not yet, not yet. Let me see if I can get him to cast it way over here. There it is. See, he's casting it. It's you got to try to get your aim right on this boss in order, especially if it's Tyrannical Week. Now, this week is not Tyrannical Week, so it's not as crazy important to do because you should have enough DPS to actually get this done. But when it is Tyrannical Week, you want to use as much of your space as possible. So just trying to keep the area clear is your main job as a tank. Alright, there's the other Crashing Tide. Most people are going to be using the area right around the fountain, right? There's a Break Water going out, and here's a Tidal Surge, right? So what I want to do is try to get him to aim in this direction, as far away from everything as possible. There it is. There's his Crashing Tide. Perfect. Textbook. We have 10 minutes left going into the last boss. This is good. We could get a +2 if we do this last boss correctly. Maybe, maybe not. It's a 3-minute fight is pushing it a little bit, but we'll see. All right, mana up, and then we're good to go. Yeah, what are we waiting for? All right, let's go. So I try to aim the slams as far away from everyone as possible. So I'm going to be standing over here. Most people are not going to be standing in this direction. And then we should be getting a demo, I think, right next to me. So I'm going to try to help DPS here a little bit, but I think it's over here to my left. Yep, I see it pop up right now. So just go ahead and charge at him. And then that slam, I'm going to want to aim it over here. You see my Demon Hunters are standing over here. I want to aim away from them. So it's important to see where they are and how they're targeting the tentacles. Now, I think the next one spawns way back here. There it is. A good thing to know is that if you taunt a mob, they're not going to be casting what they normally do. So if you're not around a tentacle, they're going to try to cast something, right? This is why you always need to actively tank the tentacles. So if you're not there yet, and you're going to take a second or two to get there, use your taunt. Use your taunt while you're getting there. This is going to keep your target going, like if it's got someone in melee range. All right, nobody's jumping in, so let's do it. Let me go ahead and charge here, get that taunt off, try to get slam way over here away from everyone. Most people are going to be standing on the inside to be able to switch and position easier. And we've got the tentacle out here in the back. Now, I didn't want to charge in and quake everybody, right? So, kept my distance for a little bit. Now, we should have another demo going up right after this lands. I don't see him up yet. And I believe he should come up right around here. So, I'm going to walk over here. Here's the demo.
Beware.
Now, that slime is going out on the group, so I saved my shockwaves for those moments, just to be able to reset them. These tentacles are stunnable, so if you can, it is good to stun them. Now, I don't want to jump in the cannon. I do have the debuff. There it is. Debuff got dispelled off of me. So now, where's the boss? The reason I didn't want to jump in there with the debuff is if anyone else was in the area trying to get that debuff off. Let me try to get a fear bomb. Nope, doesn't work on him. Okay, I was trying to get some kind of stun because my shockwave is down. I saw the slam going out on the group because everybody beat me there. I was, I was in that turret trying to get it down.
Beware.
Now we do have 4 seconds left for the 2 chests. Not gonna happen, but it's not gonna be a rip key. All right, so the 2 chest dream is gone. So the slam is over here. And the gripping terror is down. All right, so as soon as somebody jumps into that cannon and bursts down the boss, that's when we win. That's it. As easy as that. So I did have the debuff on me. I didn't want to jump in the cannon. Somebody's in the cannon. There it is. And a win. +9. Not a rip key. Dark Lord. Good healing, man. Good healing. I know I gave you a little bit of a hard time. Good healing. Haste crit, not for me. We'll see if anyone needs it. What do I think about the tank Dark Moon trinket? You're a new warrior, Jan Panda. If it's an upgrade to you, it's a good trinket. I have it right here in my bags. I haven't sold it yet because it was good. It did really good for me. So if that's all you can get, like if you're starting fresh, brand new, and you want to just spend a little bit of gold and gear up, for sure, that trinket is a good trinket. What's up, nerds? How you doing? Checking in to say hey. What's up, man? Any delicious rib keys? Yeah. Yeah, we had a Shrine of the Storm. That one got gifted to the gods so hard. I think they got bruised from that one. That was a hard gift to them, man. The Demon Hunter spamming one ability and that's their rotation. Dude, that demon, I don't know what they were doing, but I'll tell you what, he was killing it. That Demon Hunter was killing it on those AoE pulls. Like if we look at, I believe this was an AoE pull before the boss where I pulled the boss with it. 15k. If we look at the pull before that, 22k. That guy, 20k. Yeah, that guy was killing it. Oh, that was good for all of us. 30k. Oh, was this because... No, that was just all AoE damage. I was thinking our debuff, but no. Yeah, that guy was doing good damage. When he saw my trinket proc and called me out, hey, I'll tell you what, the only reason I know is because I ran that trinket for a very long time, Dark Lord. It was the only way as a Prot warrior I could get self-healing. That was the only way. Do I still have that trinket? No, I sharded it, but I was running that trinket for a long time. It's the, oh, it's right here. It's right here. Here, let me get rid of my face. Look at that. That's the only reason why I knew that trinket. I was running it for a while. Keeps me alive sometimes. It served me well. Yeah, let me darken this up a little bit. It's getting bright. People rip a key even if it's normal with 380. Yeah, it happens, man. Happy Spoopy Day to everyone. Trevor, happy Spoopy Day to you too, my friend. I am celebrating with the spoopiest of all cups. You're a monk, you also don't have self-healing? I agree. I agree. Running healing elixirs is not what you want to do with your life. Also, guys, I do have a little bit of news for Friday. So Friday's live stream, I'm going to be doing it a little bit early since it is BlizzCon. BlizzCon is starting on Friday. So Friday's live stream is going to be starting and ending early. But what I want to do, and I don't know if this is going to pan out yet, I want to play WoW Classic. So hopefully the WoW Classic servers come up nice and early in the morning, so that then everybody here who has either a virtual ticket or if you are going to BlizzCon, everyone here can tune in a little bit here earlier in the morning, and then when BlizzCon starts, actually hop over and start watching the BlizzCon or some kind of coverage of it, whatever it is that you do have, any of the live streams or anything like that. So yeah, that's Friday's gonna be a little bit early. Got to go. Work aggro is real for sure, nerds. Thanks for stopping by, man. I appreciate it. Why you gotta put me on the spot with being off spec, dude? If you're in my group, I'm gonna put you on the spot. It was really good healing though. Good heals, man. How was the tanking? You can put me on the spot too. You can call me out. That one pack that Brendan specifically was talking about on Siege. Where is it? This pack right here. That pack, I died to it. That pack destroyed me. That was a ton of damage. So yeah, you know, I still get destroyed every now and then too, my friend. Isn't there a shield boot combo that increases block value? Where do those come from? Shield boot combo? I don't know of any shield that is part of a combo, my friend. Although, let's look. Shield. Or is it this? No. Shield. Unless you're talking about like from the world, there are like random rares that have random combos, but those blues stop dropping at I think like 295 item level or something like that. So you could get lucky with a good Titan Forge, but even then, shields can't Titan Forge. I can only War Forge. So like your boots can get really high up, but yeah, I don't think so. It's an epic BOE set. Brewfest combo. I didn't know about this. Give me 50 so I can duel you and win. Gruiser, you're gonna duel me? What class are you gonna duel me as? We can duel at the end of the stream if you want to. What class are you bringing? Nice this Friday, you don't have to rip sleep. Yeah, it's gonna be earlier. It didn't help you were DPSing, you weren't focused on healing. DPSing? You were doing the damage? Oh, on that particular pull? It should have been like this pull right here, I think. This one? Look, man, I'm gonna have to tell you, survey says, aha! Boots are on the auction house for like 50k. It was from Brewfest?
Get 'em!
You meant Classic. Oh! A boot shield combo from Classic? That's what you're talking about? I would honestly have to revisit a lot of the Classic content, like when we talk about raids and how they deal damage to you, to see how much benefit you're going to be getting from blocking. Bruh. I'm sorry, Gruiser. This is just all... Oh, the Brewfest okay. Brewfest combo boots cost like 50k on AH. Oh, that's not a bad price for 50k. If you're gonna be gearing up and you're gonna be spending some money to gear yourself up, like buying the Dark Moon trinket, buying something like that, it's not too bad. Oh, give me 50 so you can duel me on Classic. Oh man. Okay, I thought you wanted to duel here on BFA. But dueling on Classic, I don't know, man. I still don't know what class I'm going to be playing. Yo, thanks for that. Mr. Beast, what? Pick one, rock, paper, or scissors? Rock. Rock every day. By the way, thank you for the 50. Thank you. I appreciate that. rock all day. Did I win? By the way, what other keys? Oh, somebody mentioned AtalDazar for 10. So let's go there. I'm trying to log into Streamlabs real quick as well. When you get your PC, you'll dual man all your tunes and do PvP. Oh man. Whoa, whoa, whoa. The other streamer also picked rock. Pick again? Alright. We'll do scissors. Let's do scissors. Alright. Somebody wanted to see the AtalKey. Let's see what we can find. And thanks for the donations, by the way. I appreciate it. Do I have Pilfer for Fire Mage? Pilfer? Pointers for Fire Mage? No, Casus. I have not played a Fire Mage in a while. Let me see if I can find at least a 10. Doesn't seem like it. Mr. Beast drops the crazy donos. Yes. Yes, he does. Check it, it's in the adventure guys. The only boots and shields 350 you know is Brain Trust. From where? From where? If I'm checking out the adventure guide. The real Mr. Beast? The real Mr. Beast? Oh, jeez. He's gonna take my cookies? Okay. You think it's all about crit proc instant cast? Yes. I would say that the best note I can give you for a fire mage is to just get better at your rotation, right? Get better at getting those 2 crits back to back. That's gonna be the big thing, Kasu. So whether that means prioritizing your fire blast a little bit more and getting those blasts just back to back and getting those double crits for getting those instant pyros, that's going to be something that's going to be super critical for your rotation. Not too many Atal keys. Mr. Beast again? It was a tie again. No joke. You got to pick again. All right, we're going for scissors again. We're going for scissors. Scissors again. We're gonna beat this other stream. Who's the other streamer? We're gonna beat him. Under the item sets. My bad. What am I doing? What am I doing? I'm getting distracted. What did you say the item set was? Brain Trust. I don't see it. I don't see it. Yeah, I don't see Brain Trust. But you hate him already. Nobody's losing yet. That's the thing. Whoever the other streamer is, we're just tied. Atal, I'm trying to get at least a 10 Taki for you. But I don't see anything. Like this guy, they just need a DPS. I don't think you want to see me go arms. It's in the adventure guide. Wayne's BOE shield. Got it. Let's see. Nice. We got into the 9. Oh, I see you here. My bad. I was looking at the other part. My bad. As far as this shield block value by 164, It's not the craziest jump up, right? If I look at something like Iron Fortress, it does a lot more than that. So if you're going out of your way to equip this set, the two set is not that crazy. Yes, we want to see you go arms. All right, Cass. Maybe after this one. Maybe after this one then. So yeah, as far as like this block value, it's a lot less than any of my Azurite traits, right? So I would say that if you're dropping item level for this, just don't. Even if I look at something like, this was my old, let me block my face so you guys can see this. This was my old shield, right? And that old shield compared to the new shield with a 10 item level difference, that's an extra 300 and some odd block, right? So that is double what that set gives you, the Brain Trust set. So I wouldn't suggest dropping item level for it. If you happen to get the 2 set and you can equip it and it's your highest item level, for sure. But don't drop item level for it. It's not that much. What's up, Cass? How you doing? They chose rock. Oh, so I lost. I chose scissors and they chose rock. And this is Mr. Beast? Mr. Beast, what is up? And welcome. You have a fat channel, my friend. Is this PTR? It is not, Fies. It is not. We're in this group to go for an Atal. So, we'll head on over there. We need 2 more people. No intellect gear, gotta be slow with them and detailed. That's what I say in my groups, man. In my groups, I'm always like, Mage, I need that intel buff, man. Me warrior, me stupid, no intel. Oh, Tontine and Gaming, I got you, Casus. Okay, yeah, I've seen your name in there. I got you, man. Yeah, for sure. We lost, boys. It's true. It's true. What level key? This is going to be a +9 AtalDazar. I couldn't find a 10. I was trying to. It's going to be a 9 Atal. The other guy cheated. He ghosted. He found out who it was. And he was like, I'm going to get him. Just had a tank die on Headless Horseman. Taki, I had a wipe on Headless Horseman. I was doing Headless Horseman on all of my alts, trying to get this mount. I mean, like, luckily RNGesus was with me, right? And I managed to get the mount this year. But I was on all my alts, and I actually had a group wipe on Headless Horseman. Back in Wrath of the Lich King, you once saw a warrior questing an ice crown with all blues and purples with intellect? Well, Cass, they could have been doing it on purpose. Back in Wrath of the Lich King, you still had weapon skills, and the more intellect on your gear, the faster your weapon skilled up. So if you wanted to get your weapon skill up as I believe it was 400 in Wrath of the Lich King, you would equip a ton of intel gear and go into a dungeon like Stockades or something, right? Something where you can pull everything and then just sit in the back and auto attack. So, you know, it could have been on purpose, Cass. It could have been. That being said, probably not. How was your tank naked during the fight? No, my tank was not naked during the fight. I was on a DPS Demon Hunter though. I have like alts here and there. So I had like a Havoc Demon Hunter, and yeah, we died on Headless Horseman. Look, I'm not proud of it. Still no luck for you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Do you guys remember the random stats on TBC? Those plates with agility? Yes. Yeah. I definitely remember even having some of those as soon as you level up, as soon as you start gearing up. Incoming Rezan's Eye? I hope so, man. I hope so. My trinkets right now are 370 and 380. If the Rezan's Eye is 365, not even a forge or anything, it'll replace this guy right here. For sure. This is like a DPS guy, you know? I don't need it. No, they weren't. They literally thought int was a warrior stat. Ouch. 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 Reminds me, so my old warrior name before I realm transferred was Spell Power, because warriors were the only class that used no spell power anywhere, not even for Thunderclap, right? Like every other class used intel or used spell power in at least one ability, whether that was Serpent Sting or Arcane Shot, like whatever it was. There was, every class had at least one ability that had spell power. Warriors didn't. So of course here I come derping along, naming my warrior spell power. It wasn't naked, but I saw the bone. Look, Sebastian, you were there? I just got nervous, that's all. That's why we wiped. You leveled up all your weapon skills in Wrath? Yeah, me too, man. Me too. What was it called? Master of Arms? Right? Look at that. Look at that. Everything. After 85 attempts? Ouch. You have 2 more attempts to get the mount this year on your warrior and your disc. RNGs better be with you tonight. Good luck. You could make a level 98 Demon Hunter get up to level... You wipe so many times because of healer trying to oh, see, so you've died too? Alright. That's almost cute. What? Back in vanilla to Wrath, how did Thunderclap not count as a spell? Literally spawned an explosion. Yeah, it was based off of attack power. Its formula had no spell power or anything like that. So, yeah. While everybody else had at least one spell that was spell power, that could be increased by like those random greens that had just flat spell power on it. Yeah, not warriors. Warriors were the one class that didn't. Alright, that was a little bit of bursting. Recover, and we go pull the boss. Oh, I'm dead. Ooh, 2%. Nice. Do you need food, by the way? Oh, no, we've got food here. Alright, so everybody's going to recover. I can grab the boss and pull him down here a little bit faster, but he might spawn ads. If not, nah, I think everybody's cool with just pulling here. That poor Taran. That's a new route. So this route, you run down here. It's if you're trying to do high keys, this is probably the route you're gonna do. And this is because it allows you to double lust, right? You lust on Rezan right now, and then you're gonna lust on the third boss, right? Or the last boss, rather. So this is why you go this route, so that you can get that double lust off, and the timing will work out. Oh, pursuit on me. Alright. Hardly happens to tanks, but sometimes. Now there's the pursuit. What? Pursuit didn't end there? I saw pursuit stop casting there. That's ridiculous. That's a lot of bit ridiculous, Blizzard. Come on, get in this corner. Alright. Now, I do have my Will of the Forsaken for that Fear Bomb. Alright, Rezan's going down. So yeah, the reason why you would go this route is for that lust. That is the main thing. And then the reason I killed the first dinos up there is because you either kill them on your way down or on your way up. Different groups do different things. So I'd much rather kill them on the way down rather than have somebody pull them and wipe. This group up here, don't need to pull them. Just run up here, hug the left, and then now we go back to the priestess. That's the second time Purdue gets you on stream. What? Oh, Pursuit? Yeah. Because okay, so Pursuit runs out where those bones run out, right? But his face has like this extra range on it that I still have engaged properly. So it's like if you kite Pursuit from that corner all the way down the river, it stops. He stops casting it when he gets to those bones. But apparently, his face just adds like an extra 30 yards on top of it. So I just need to be a little bit more careful with how wide his face is. Okay, so what I want to do here is see if we're gonna get some CC. If not, we can just run right in, right? So let's be careful here. And no, let's just jump in and DPS then. So really what I want to do is not get that fiery enchant cast off. So there's a fiery enchant. He got 1 tick of it off, right? And that fiery enchant is all of that crap on the ground. So I stick to the augur to make sure that that doesn't go out, and that is my priority. The DPSers can interrupt the Confessor's heals or the augur's wildfires as well, but my priority is that fiery enchant, because if that goes out for all of its ticks, that can be game. That can easily be game for you. Now this guy, what we can do is CC him and then come over here and kill someone else. So if we can get a sheep here. No? Okay, we're not gonna get a sheep, so let's just pull him. This guy, you can avoid him because this guy, so the pull route that I do for this dungeon gives me a total of 103%. 103%. So this guy right here is 2%, so we can actually avoid him. Since we didn't avoid him, we can actually avoid a different person. Alright, let's come over here. We can go this way and avoid that pull over to my left hand side. Now the pull up at the top of the stairs is still going to be pretty difficult to do, but we should be okay when it comes to this. You are going this route? Yeah, we're doing this route. So now we can avoid this guy, right? Because the Colossus are no fun. The Colossus, they hurt. Hopefully nobody body pulls this pull over to our left, and we'll be fine. Rezan wants to chew the bone. Dude, I know, man. I'm all squishy and stuff over here. Okay. So, I'm going to target the augur. Now, we did get a little bit of a ninja pull, but I'm going to pull them back into this room. Now, it's not the ideal pull for me. There's a fiery enchant. I interrupted it after 1 tick. If I was like right on top of him, I would have been able to interrupt it after no ticks. But, you know, I missed it. What can I say? So I don't want him to be inside of that. I threw out my stun, try to get him. I did get him after 1 tick. So that stun is what's important here. Let's get back to the augur. But yeah, that's definitely hurting us here. Let me interrupt that fiery enchant before it even goes out. Perfect. So now what's going to happen is this Juggernaut is going to get buffed a little bit, right? So I'm going to put a rallying cry here. Everybody else kind of went down. This Colossus does have a little bit of a buff, and if we had anyone that could purge, that would be ideal here, but we don't. So I'm gonna have to try to kite a little bit. This buff right here, increasing damage done, it's going to suck. It's going to suck. I'm gonna, you know, the damage that it's gonna do, it can also kill the DPSers. Like, he targets the DPSers right there. So we just gotta be very careful of this. Like, I'm sure Dark Lord is not having a fun time healing this, especially because he also only has 3% mana now. Nice. Okay. Alright. So, I'm going to wait for Dark Lord to... I think you body pulled that one. Yes, you did. Gonna let Dark Lord heal up, or mana up just a little bit. We do have this trash pull here. We do have 1 augur here, so hopefully... someone's on top of that fiery enchant, because I do want to double up just a little bit here. Alright, so I'm going to get my stun off just to make sure I catch everybody again. Just by hopping on over and trying to get that priestess here, I did lose threat from the Juggernaut, but we picked him back up. Just trying to get the pulls in a little bit smoother. There's a merciless assault. Dark Lord. Oh no! Dark Lord went down. Healer's down. Alright. This guy is easier to kite, this Juggernaut. Is there anyone that can res? Oh, there is. We do have a paladin. So, we can just res that way. What's up, Eric? How you doing? Are your Mythic tanking guides out yet by percentage? No, I'm working on the AtalDazar one right now. So I keep editing the AtalDazar one, and it's almost there. It's almost there. Gotta put stress on the healer. For sure, that's what I'm doing, man. Gotta throw a fish at this guy too. Thrown weapon, since I have a fish equipped. Bursting, yeah, there's, you know, there's not gonna be any saving grace to bursting. I'm gonna ask them to poly the star. This one, it's more important because of the bursting. So if he polys the star, then we'll be able to pull just fine. Perfect. That was all I needed. The rest of this pull, it's not too bad. It is fortified, so I do still have to watch out. But I should be okay. As long as I maintain my shield block uptime, it should be okay. The big one is that augur. So the guy that we CC'd, the reason why we CC'd him is this augur with that fiery enchant. So if that fiery enchant goes out, I might not be able to interrupt it. If I'm moving back from these guys or something like that, I might not be able to catch that interrupt. You're still rocking the low 325? Nice. Oh, man. I'm rocking it, though. I'm not just wearing that 325. I'm rocking it. Alright, so now we have one augur. Just focus interrupts, you know, take him down. Should be relatively straightforward. And now at this point, when we go do the boss fight, it shouldn't be too bad. Quaking with all melee, tough. We have one mage. I don't know what you're talking about. We have a whole mage. Alright, so mana up, and then we pull. He always goes this route. I don't normally go down to Resan first when we're here on stream. But when you start doing higher keys and you want to get them done on time, doing that with a group that has lust is important. Alright, I'll get my stun off on the Spirit of Gold as soon as this falls off. Now, we don't have Tyrannical, but I still want to be able to block that Gilded Claws, right? So when that Gilded Claws went out right now, my shield block was down, so I just popped Last Stand. Just block the Gilded Claws. There's no reason not to. I'm also going to try to get the furthest blood just to help out the group, right? So I have a heroic leap. I can place myself on top of any blood that I want to. So picking up the furthest one is not that big of a deal for me. So I'm going to try to help out the group by doing that. Alright, we got the ad here. Let me get my stun off on it. English is difficult, guys. I'm telling you. Now, these golden orbs, you don't want to get hit by them. It's an extra dot, and it also decreases your damage done by 30%. So whether you're a DPS or a tank, you don't want to either take more damage or do less damage. Whatever your role is. It's not something you want to do. Or get affected by, that is. Oh no, somebody took that orb. We'll see the effects of the orb on the DPS meters later. I'm doing Mythic Plus tanking guides. Yes, I'm working on them. There's something new that I haven't done in the past, so the formatting is still something very foreign to me. So I'm trying to work through and trying to get the formatting down as best as possible. Oh no! Oh no! Don't body pull. Don't body pull. We don't have a healer. Nice. So yeah, I'm still trying to like figure out the best way to explain them. Like I have footage already of. Oh no, healer's still down. Yeah, this is not gonna happen. Wipe. Okay, yeah, let's just wipe. We do still have to go left to open up that door, I believe. I don't believe this door opens up without that one. Still gotta pull that lever. Gotta make the healer earn that Raider IO score. Gotta do something, man. Gotta keep people on their toes. But yeah, the Mythic Plus tanking guides, I'm trying to also get some footage from my mage on groups that I run where I do the CC, because as a Prot warrior, I mean, you guys know you don't have any CC. So when I'm telling you, hey, with this group, CC these guys or those guys, I don't have footage of it if I'm on my warrior of actually doing the CC. So I'm just trying to work on getting the last little bit of footage, right? All my audio's edited, my scripts are edited, my routes are there, but I want the video to actually match that. Like if you guys just want like a quick and dirty way of doing it, you know, you guys are all here in the live stream. You guys have seen me do, I think, just about every single key now on a Mythic Plus. So you guys know the way that I like to pull. I've even done a few death pulls here on stream. That's the big one that I do see missing a little bit more. The death pulls or the shroud pulls. Just not something we have too often here on stream. But yeah, just working it out right now. And the important thing is, the dungeons are staying the same when it comes to patch 8.1. In fact, they just added an achievement that for 8.1, in order to get it, you need to do a plus 15 of every dungeon. So it doesn't seem like they are going to increase the difficulty. Like in Legion, every single time there was a new raid tier, they would increase the difficulty. So a plus 10 was always really difficult to do, or a plus 15 was always difficult to do, rather, in Legion. It seems like in BFA, they're going to keep just the same system and the same scaling. And every single raid tier that comes out, it's just going to get a little bit more difficult, but your gear is going to be getting better. So in 8.0, if you want the achievement, you do a plus 10 of everything. If in 8.1, if you want the achievement, you do a plus 15 of everything. So yeah, that achievement kind of indicates to me that, you know, the dungeons are staying the same. I don't know what the Season 2 affix is going to be. Hopefully it's nothing too crazy. Don't use shield, just tank with bones. That's right. Turn around. Give the boss your back. It's disrespectful. It makes them rage. And when they're in rage, they take 30% more damage. Oh, nice. Shroud. Everybody cross. Everybody cross. Okay, we're good. Why did they start going to that? Did that mage break his own shroud early? I think so. I think he did. Use a little bit of victory rush here. Try to stay alive. Those bursting stacks, they hurt, man. These pulls. I feel sorry for you, Dark Lord. You chose to heal this, my friend. It's a lot of random AoE damage depending on where they decide. Depending on where they decide to jump to. Yeah, it's no fun. Let's get a stun going here. These guys are on it with these interrupts, man. I normally let the cast right out a little bit, but these guys are getting those interrupts as soon as they go out. Come on. Did I get a victory rush? I did not get a victory rush. Let's not double dip the stack. We did. We did double dip the stacks. Nice. We refreshed him. We're good now. Did I hear a doggo? Yeah. Upstairs. He's above the ceiling. Alright. So we'll heal up a little bit. Healer's got some mana. Let's go. Let's do it. I do want to try to pull these guys out just a little bit, just so that we don't get the extra rogues. Since it's a really high fortified, I want to avoid those rogues right now. Those rogues aren't super deadly on their own, but with a +9 fortified and getting a few stacks of bursting, getting that poison off on you, you know, there's a lot of things that could add up with these rogues just kind of leading to our demise here, so gotta be careful. Someone told me that Season 2 is Wamsandi based affix. That's what I heard. One of you guys told me last time that it was data mined. I wasn't able to find the data mine myself. But yeah, that's what I heard, that it was a Wamsandi one. Shockwave came back. We can just run in there and stun. And then we'll be good for the rest of the pull. This is now an easier pull. Without the casters, right? The casters definitely add a lot more damage. So now I gotta look out for these rogues. And then the big pull. We are going to need CC for that big pull. There's just no way around it. If we don't have CC, we're gonna die. So luckily we have paralysis and sheep. We also have sap if we really want to go in heavy. But that pull, we're gonna have to CC it. Give boss your back and /sit. That's the way to do it, man. You assert dominance. Step 1. do that and that. So paralysis on Diamond and Sheep Star if you can. Alright. Nope. Okay. Alright. So we got 1 CC off. Not bad. 1 out of 2. Now, this is going to hurt, and I'm probably going to die. But let's, oh, he broke down the other honor guard. Hopefully he sheets him. He can sheep him right now. We're in combat. Nope. Alright. So, Dark Lord, there is no way you're going to be able to heal through this. This is going to kill me. This is guaranteed. This is a scientific fact. But maybe we can take out some of these guys. Nope. We took out one of them. Maybe I can take out this guy. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and run back over there. Someone was just confused as to how we DPS that. Alright, what are your least favorites? Why do Pucks have so many issues with CCs? I don't know. It was just someone had a different idea of what you do. One of the DPSers just thought that you DPS the totem immediately first, even if you're doing CCs. So that's why we had what happened, right? He passively cleaved the honor guard, broke the CC, killed the totem, leading to a ton of more AoE DPS. So yeah, we can paralysis one of them, nuke the other one. Let's paralysis this guy and nuke this guy, and then who cares about the caster? Caster can happen after. You need to jump to reach the mobs in the back. Yes. So this is like something that's a little annoying, but if you want to CC the guys in the back, to CC it, you run up here, and you don't run all the way up the stairs. You're gonna pull. So you jump and move to the left, right? And there it is. You clip that, and there it is. You got up without pulling. That's how you do it. It's this pull. This is the pull that requires all of the little tricks. This is the pull. Wasabi is meant to be a boss. Wasabi? Reaping. Non-boss enemies are empowered by Wasabi. Periodically seek vengeance from beyond the grave. That's... man, they're going to come back. Walking on air. Yep. You got to do the parkour, guys. You got to do the parkour. So that's why I left the paralysis up to this guy in the front. Ah, the rage quit. So one guy, the guy who DPS'd the totem and killed it just disconnected, and then the leader just left. That's a rip key. Wait, how? How, Soju? By doing a death run? Ah, I see what you did. Nice. Dark Lord, you taught me something today. That is a rip key. Oh no, again. No quaking. Dark Lord, you did teach me that today. Alright guys, hold on. I need to use the restroom. I will be right back. I'll be right back. Give me like a minute or two. I gotta use the restroom and we will rip some more keys. You guys didn't break everything, did you? You CC'd and healed? Yeah, you did. You did. It wasn't even like a really bad rip key, right? We had a few hiccups, but even then, even with that wipe, we could have done it on time. You can lock it into the boss platform there too. Yes. You can death run. We had used Shroud before you, but yeah, you can do a death run. But what was our? Yeah, we didn't have a lock as well. But yeah, that group is gonna be the make or break. But the thing is about that pull is after that pull, there's only 2 bosses. There's no more trash. So even though it seems like you're barely halfway through the dungeon, that pull is the end. That is the end of it. Oh man, this guy makes Prot look good. Thank you. That wasn't the best key we had, but thank you. I appreciate it. Like some kind of zombies. Yep, that's what it seems like that new affix is gonna be. Just gonna come back and mess with you. So first wipe rage, second wipe quit. Got it. Yep, that's how you do it, man. That's how you do it. There's actually 4 ways to skip that pack. The real difficulty comes with dealing with players and not the in-game tool. Yes. Yes, it does. Now, I normally do that pull so that we can get the percentage. That being said, if you're planning for a CC skip, like Dark was saying, or a death run or a warlock pull, then you're just going to have to pull a little bit more somewhere else in the dungeon. So in that case, we could have done that, or skipped that pull, done the bosses, and then ran back and done some other pulls. Probably the pterodaxes. Let me see if I can show you guys. Probably like these guys. But that wouldn't be enough. We would need to go back and maybe do like some of these guys or something like that. Definitely you can do things a slightly different way. Bio break, where's my bucket? Like we used to do in EVE Online. Oh man, I've never had a bucket while playing yet. I still need to get one with the Befuddle logo on it. Death Run, Shroud, Warlock, Monk, Ring of Peace, 4 ways of skipping it. Yeah, the Shroud was on cooldown too. We didn't have the Death Run, didn't have a Warlock. Where was your Ring of Peace, Dark? You should have been like, hey guys, hold up. Dark Lord had an easy clap on that. My Halloween costume? I don't have a Halloween costume. Here, I can go transmog as ugly as I can. I went to raid yesterday, transmogged as ugly as possible. My Loba's name is Gonk. I should feel bad about that. I don't. Zombies should be part of the look here. What was the transmog I had on yesterday? This helmet, these shoulders. There's a chest piece from Legion that comes out from like right here. It goes above the tabard. Can wear some really loud gloves. Actually, those. There we go. And then the shield has got to be loud too. If we make everything loud and super cool and super epic, it'll look awesome, right? I don't think there are any super loud maces. The bad part is this kind of goes with my shoulders, and I don't want that. That's not the point of this. I'm looking for a Halloween outfit, guys. I'm going for most hideous. There's this. There's this sword. It just looks giant. And there's also King's Defender. There we go. How's my Halloween outfit, guys? What do you guys think? You guys like it? How did I get rid of my normal UI for party? You downloaded Voodoo, but can't seem to get rid of the normal old UI. I don't have Voodoo. I'm using Grid 2. So Grid 2, it gets rid of it. Yeah. I'm using Grid 2, which is, you know, here, which replaces it. So awful it works, guys. It's my Halloween outfit, guys. This is it. This is how I do it. The mage pulled before we even CC'd. That also did not help. That is very true, Dark. He did body pull. All right, let's find another rip key. What else haven't we done? That's gonna be terrible to do today or this week. We can try King's Rest. King's Rest is always not fun. Your guild is holding a contest for the scariest costume. You get 100,000 gold. What? You dressed up as someone who knows what he's doing. What's up, Zeal? Oh man. 11. King's Rest is just not gonna be a fun one to run any week. Whether it's Fortified or Tyrannical, they're both terrible affixes for this dungeon. This dungeon needs a little bit more nerfing. For sure, Dark Lord. For sure. That transmog, dude, this is it. If you pop out the group menu, there's a hide button. Oh, if you do it, yeah. If you are in a group. But that's for if you have the raid frames on, right? 7 King's Rest. Here's an 8, but it has no one in it. Let's see what the 7 is going to be like. This 8. Can't seem to get anyone in here. Glocked, what is this? What is this? I think I've seen this. You're talking about this right here, right? Show and hide. I don't think that works for the regular vanilla frames, but it might also be raid profiles, and then you do the... No, I only have this. So that might be it, because I do have raid frame style. So yeah, this might be it then. I think Brendan is right. He's onto something. The guy knows his stuff. King's Rest. King's Rest. Just listen to Brendan. Don't listen to me, guys. Top 3 DPSs for Mythics, in your opinion? I mean, it also really depends on the utility they bring. I like having a Demon Hunter because their CC is really good, and they also have really good single target and really good AoE. I also like having a Mage because they can do... because mages can CC, mages can also... click it! Mages can CC, they have good AoE DPS, they also have really good snares and roots, which are really going to help out as well. So I really like Frost Mage, Demon Hunter, and then besides that, you know, whatever else, I think bringing that CC really helps out. The only classes I'm really scared of is any kind of warrior. Like whenever you have a warrior in a group, their only mission in life, as a DPS warrior, your only mission in life is to pull aggro from the tank. So when you're running with a DPS warrior, that's your only concern. You're like, oh god, this guy's just gonna avatar, run in, Colossus Smash, or Warbreaker and Bladestorm or something. You know, he's gonna enrage and just AoE all the things, and it's gonna be way too much. No, I think Brendan got it as far. No, Brendan, I think you're right with the getting rid of those frames. For Demon Hunter, had to bag down 100k, but Demon Hunter plays a leather class. I don't have too much leather, to be honest with you. I don't have fugly classes. Oh man. You die so hard when you deeps? Yeah. Yeah, I don't. Your only goal in life is to do that, is to just steal aggro. Alright, I think around there. Forgot to write down the AtalDazar times. Alright, let's help summon. Look at this. Look at this. Like, everybody else, their transmog is weird. This is what I'm talking about. I got the slack-jawed look. Come on, guys. Look at that. I look like I was leveling in Burning Crusade, and I'm also trying to be hideous. It's like, what leveling gear from TBC do I have? DPS Warrior here can confirm. You don't know much about the Voodoo. Some add-ons have a hide blizzard function. Yeah, some add-ons do have that. Move anything. Yeah, you can also use move anything. It's true. As a warrior, getting aggro off the tank is the way the class is played, right? Sure, you can wait 3 or 4 seconds, but most of the time you just gotta go in anyway. You know, when your tank is trying to LOS pull, right? So when your tank like does a ranged ability and hides around a corner, your job as a DPS warrior is to charge, root the target 15 yards out, and then pop all your DPS cooldowns 15 yards out. So not only like is the mob slowly moving around the corner, you charge it and root it and snare it away from everyone, then you also just go in and pop everything. And if your tank does not pick up threat 15 yards away from himself or herself, then your tank is clearly not cut out for whatever key you're doing. And what you have to do is type out, "This is ridiculous, you're wasting my time," and then leave the group. That's it. How to be toxic 101. Open the doors.
My power has already taken root.
You're far from looking like you're level 66. Alright, let me pull this guy over here. So his suppression slam should be relatively easy to see where he's aiming. And also the big one is these burstings. They're gonna hurt. And I don't want to accidentally body pull, have a big purge come through. Oh, by the way, for all of you blood elves out there that want to cry a little bit and just need another source of tears, your racial is getting nerfed to be a 2-minute cooldown again. So it's going from 1.5 to 2 minutes. This is gonna hurt. This sucks. Don't kill me. Okay, that bursting. So yeah, in 8.1 PTR, blood elf racial 2 minutes. It's still too strong, guys. They nerfed it from its original state, from that silence, and they nerfed it down here. And they were already like, oh, blood elf tears are delicious. And then they were like, wait. We can do more? We can get more blood elf tears again? Hold on. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. They were delicious the first time around. I like them. I like me some blood elf tears. There's a suppression slam. Pick a random player to put misdirect on and call him the off tank. Choosing healers is particularly effective. Oh man, I can't tell you how many times I've been in a dungeon and we're still like, I don't know, the healer has like 2% mana or something, and MD goes on me, and I'm like, really? Just like 2 seconds, guy. The guy is currently eating. Give the guy a break. Avatar Bladestorm and immediately poop defensive CDs. Immediately pop them. Yeah, and if your tank can't handle it by the time your die by the sword is done, then you know, again, just rage and leave. That gust slash is what I'm talking about. That's hard to avoid. Now you can avoid it by just stepping backwards every single time, but it's one of those things where it's like, how much do you want to avoid your how much do you want to annoy your DPSers? So right here we have the minions of Zul, right? If we pull this pull and purge all of the minions, that's an instant 7 stacks, or oh, there it is. What I just said was gonna happen, that just happened, and it's gonna hurt, and it sucks. And that's one of the really bad things about this dungeon, is that it doesn't matter if you're like this week, this week hurts just as much as other weeks do on this boss fight, or I mean on this dungeon. Try to interrupt that deathly chill as much as you can. It's just insane amounts of damage going out on you. I believe each one hits for like 40 something thousand. So whatever you can do, take care of it. You should. Oh man, this guy's enraged. Help me. Help me. Okay, we're good. Avatar is up, Demo Shout is down, but since Avatar is up, we can actually get this guy going. How's my healer doing? He's good. He's good. Alright, so we interrupted the Deathly Chill. So we should be okay for a little bit. Alright, there's the Deathly Chill going out again. Now I am getting that dot from that gust. So what I want to do is hopefully reflect the Deathly Chill, interrupt that one. Okay. Not ideal, but we made it out alive. Again, the King's Rest is one of those dungeons where it doesn't matter what week it is, it's a hard week for King's Rest. The trash here is terrible, and so are the bosses. So whether you have Fortified or Tyrannical, it's just not going to be a fun time. Alright, so those Gust Slashes again are going to be going out, and in order to avoid them, you just kind of want to be slightly outside of melee range. There's a Gust Slash, right? Just goes out right in front of him. It's hard to avoid, and you're going to annoy your DPS by trying to avoid them. On lower keys, I normally just kind of soak them up. Hopefully we can get a CC here. Can you sap something? Please? Please? Sap. Nice. Shackle Undead. Whatever works. Alright. So again, the Gust Slashes going out. There they are. So I'm just going to keep trying to walk backwards a little bit. I'm going to throw out my stun here. Gust Slash probably going to go out very, very soon. The Deathly Chill. Let me spell reflect it. Oh, the bolstering. I mean, the bursting. The bursting. And this guy hurts. Alright, no more Gust Slashes. So, should be okay to just be able to face tank a little bit. Now, this guy does hurt regardless of face tanking or not, or regardless of anything else. So, it is important to note that. This is going to be another one of those Gust Slash guys, right? So, what I want to do is pull this guy back so we can get the boss pulled whenever we want to. It'll be pulled on my terms, right? That's ideally what I want. This Mog is trash to stare at, guys, but it's the best Halloween Mog. Beth guide on how to rage quit efficiently. You know it. Blizzard hates Blood Elves confirmed. It's because you're not High Elves. He's like, no. You guys are basically High Elves, but you're not. You're not actually like royalty or anything. Get out of here, guys. The reign of the Blood Elf has been too long. Just save your active mitigation for that Tail Thrash. Regardless of what difficulty you're doing King's Rest in, it's going to be important to use that active mitigation when that Thrash comes out. Wanted to stay in for that extra Thunderclap to make sure I extend the duration of that Demo Shout, even though I don't have Avatar up right now. Still important. There's a Thrash. Saving my shield block for that moment.
Run away, little girl. Run away.
Alright, now we've got our Deafening Crash rolling. Since we don't have Tyrannical, this boss doesn't last 27 years, right? So what we can do is actually just nuke down the boss, and you saw the ads hadn't been nuked down yet, and the only person on those ads was that Frost Mage. High Elves aren't real. It's true, man. They're made up. Those spirits also give bursting. Yes, the minions of Zul. Yep, that's what makes the first few pulls in this dungeon just like terrible, right? Alright guys, come on, back. They made me into a chicken. Whoa. I was about to say only one guy became active? That was weird. That was definitely weird. Alright. Regeneration. Let's go ahead and interrupt that. I always like to pull these guys back, but I swear to you, I don't think I've ever met a random pug group that actually runs back with the tank on this one. I don't know why. I don't know why. But I always like to kill these, every single one of these pulls in the hallway. Never met anyone else that likes to do that. So it was morning. When did this MOG happen? You've been working? Dude, this has been the MOG for all of Halloween. Look at this. We're celebrating. Look at that. Come back, come back, come back! Like, you're a DPS. You're the only one standing in the middle of the room by yourself. Should tell you something. Oh man, these pulls are hurting. Oh no, the gouge. The gouge, man. You can't do that to me. The bursting. Alright, I have a victory rush proc. Come on. No one pulls like you because you're a stubborn warrior. It's true, man. It's true. Maybe I'm just a little overcautious. I want to get my charge in. That's important to me. Getting charge in, that extra 15 rage, is the difference between life and death sometimes. So every now and then I like to be a little further back. Get my charge in. This pull hurts. Fortified week? Good luck. Make sure you're blocking everything of this pull, because that's the only way you'll make it out alive. If you stop blocking 1 second, this pull will get you, man. With blocking, it's not the most terrible thing on the planet, but it's up there. It's up there. These guys hurt for sure. There's a bursting. Oh, we refreshed 1 stack of bursting. There it is. Bursting fell off. Now we're good. Now we're good. Let me use my bandages trinket here as well. Now that we only got 1 guy up, we should be okay. Should be able to survive this. Oh no. Oh no. We're dying. We're dying. Oh, healer died. That's why. There's no heals right now. Alright guys, I really need to back up. There's no healer. I want to eat. Oh no. Oh no. Don't come to life yet. Don't come to life yet. Don't come to life yet. Eat, 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 eat. Oh no. There it is. Got a tank. Got a tank for the group. If it's not me, won't be anyone else. And is this gonna help me stay alive? Probably not. Nope. I tried, man. I tried. Don't have a B-res, so let's just run back. Did you miss the end of the stream? Not yet, man. Not yet. This is another rip key we're doing right now. Trying to get this King's Rest done. King's Rest is just, I'm telling you guys, it's always a bad time. Are you compensating? Yes. 100%. You mean you don't like the size of my ignore pain? Okay, so where is the healer? He's not here yet. There's a healer. Okay. All right. We can do that. Bring this guy around. Alright, the good news is we didn't reset. The bad news is I think that was probably like 10 deaths on this pull. And we're not even at the Berserkers yet. The Berserker trash, those guys are even more terrible. I hate their bleed. I really do. If we don't have the right CCs for that, we're just all gonna die. Oh god, please. Next patch in 8.1, this won't be that bad. You'll be able to block ranged physical attacks. So that shoot that was happening right there, shield block will be able to do something against that in patch 8.1. For right now, no. Right now it's just you just brave the frontier, man. Did I see the bucket joke? No, what's the bucket joke? Thank you. He says it needs to charge, but he doesn't charge. If on that last one, the reason why I did a heroic leap was to get the damage in, because they were automatically targeting the closest person, which was the mage. So it depends on the situation. I'd love to get a charge in, but every now and then you just need to pick up the threat, and heroic leap is going to do a little bit of damage. What is the bucket joke? Alright, for this guy, I'm going to try to move him to one side on the edge here for that debuff that he throws out. And hopefully, I don't know if you guys remember last week, we got someone that was like really happy about the next room, and he pulled the whole room, all of the ads all at once. Hopefully we don't get that this time, right? We have Fortified and we have Bursting. So those are two things that are not going to add up to a fun time for pulling that whole room. Oh no, the Quaking. Purification, let's go here. Yeah, hopefully nobody pulls the whole room here. Something I need to look out for. No time for a bio break. Where is your... Oh, yeah, I got it. I got that one. I thought you meant like in the dungeon or something. I was like, no, I didn't see that. Okay, so this is going to be a 6 stack. Nope, it is now like a 12 stack. Now, I don't want to make a death hallway, so I'm going to try to keep them out here. We'll see how good that works or not. That's a 3 stack. I'm going to stop thunderclapping, stop revenging. There it is. Now we can get back into it. Oh, man. We'll eat up a little bit. Someone's dead. Our healer's dead. King, I'm telling you guys. This is actually, if you guys are asking me what dungeon I like the least in BFA, this is it. King's Rest never has an easy week. Why not Shroud and use the Wowhead path? We haven't. I don't know. We just ran through it. Actually, the rogue on that previous one was the one who was just up ahead in the middle of the room pulling everything. So, I mean, we have that. But we can definitely do some skips here. As far as which ones they're going to want to do, we'll see. No time for a bio break. Oh no, healer's dead again. I don't know if we're going to be able to even get the ski done in time with these many deaths. I mean, for sure in time, probably not anymore. But I don't know if everyone's going to stay. It's just adding up to a lot of deaths at this point. We'll see if everyone stays. This healer dies too much. But now in your commute, for sure, Cass. Oh, something, in case you guys do tune in to all of the live streams, this Friday, the live stream is going to be a little bit earlier. Since Friday, we do have the beginning of BlizzCon. So hopefully this Friday, we get to do WoW Classic. That is my hope for Friday. And then some WoW Classic, and then maybe some BFA WoW as well. So that's the hope. And then we'll end the stream early as well for everybody who does have virtual tickets or is just going to watch the regular Twitch stream, whatever it is that you're going to do, or if you're attending BlizzCon yourself, whatever it is, definitely The stream's gonna be a little bit early, just so that everybody can enjoy BlizzCon, right? See what's coming next. Why not go to the right instead of the left on Rezan? You're talking about AtalDazar. I thought you meant for this one. For AtalDazar, I find left a lot easier to go through because all it requires is a little bit of CC, right? If you just CC the Confessors or interrupt the Augurs, you're set. That's it. In terms of like party-wide damage and stuff, it's relatively safe. Unless you start getting into super high keys, then maybe the slashes can take care of some people, can take some people out. But if you go right after Rezan, you're gonna have more honor guards, and those honor guards are almost always going to lead to a tank death, right? The honor guard bleeds are just really difficult to deal with, especially if we're talking about a fortified week. If you're talking about low keys, especially on tyrannicals, then maybe not so much. Those honor guards might not mean so much to you, but fortified honor guards with that bleed on AtalDazar, that is the reason why I avoid the right hand side. The right hand side I only ever do when I'm running a low key, and I know I overgear it. But when I'm doing high keys, left side every time. Because all you need to do is CC a Confessor or CC an Augur, depending on what you want to nuke down, and that's it. You're golden. You're golden. That's all you need to worry about. Okay, so my mage is on the left hand side. So when somebody gets entombed, I'm going to be ready to jump over to the right. So let's see where somebody gets entombed. I don't see anything moving. Oh, there we go. There we go. Wasn't fast enough for that. That's a wipe too with that discharge going out. Kill the 2 honor guards, stock with the big check route head. Yeah, I mean, I understand that there are completely different routes, especially for something like AtalDazar. There is a left and a right, but the big reason why I don't like going right is for that extra CC needed for those honor guards. I just rather CC a Confessor and not worry about the honor guards. As a Prot warrior, the honor guards are like one of the worst things that can happen. Those honor guards, the amount of damage that their bleeds do is just really intense. Where is it? I didn't see him shaking anything. There it is. I heard it and I just didn't see it. But yeah, that's the big reason. Playing a Prot warrior, those bleeds, they just tear into you. So I would much rather go left. As far as, is there another way of pulling the right hand side that maybe I haven't seen, Alec? Maybe. Let's sap the Berserker. Or Shackle. That works too. You had a double root canal done? Dude, I hope that it went as best as it can go, but I've been there and it is not fun. Even when it goes well, not fun. What a way to spend Halloween. I know, man. Everybody else is out there making their teeth worse by binging out on candy, and you're already like, spoiler alert. This is what happens, guys. Spoiler alert. Alright, I'm gonna try to step in and get that bleed every single time. There it is. Double stack right now, which is not fun at all. Is this gonna take me out? I'm telling you guys, I hate bleeds. Looks like you did some keys you were interested in seeing today. Gonna check out the VOD? Yeah, for sure, man. You're working, you missed a siege run. Was it a rib key? Siege was not. Siege was not. Siege was definitely one of those that went a lot better. Just wanted to pull this guy back, so a taunt and run away just in case. Just realized you rewinded 30 minutes ago. Oh, yeah, got it, Alec. It's all good, man. Like I said, there's a bunch of paths for every single Mythic Plus, and it depends on what you like as a tank and what your group offers as well. And for me, honestly, those honor guards just I'm not a fan of them. So the reason of going right after Rezan, I just would rather try to avoid doing those guys. Like if we would have had a death run, we would have done it that way. Is that just a blind? That is just a blind. That's gonna wear off. Yeah, no, that siege is actually probably the only non-rip key today. For sure. Alright, so that poison barrage is going out on that guy. We might get a little bit extra with this brute. Yeah, there it is. Not quite sure. The brute seemed like he was out of body pull range. I mean, I knew he was gonna get pulled anyway, but huh. Sometimes, most of the times I see the body pull happen. On that one, I think most people were out of that. Go check the VOD later. Yeah, for sure, man. You normally just kill the top on the skeleton stalker pad and just just a 3-pack and shroud.
Beware.
With that being the whole shroud pull, when we were skipping over the middle, the rogue used shroud to avoid everything in the middle. I know it's not necessary, but that's what happened to our shroud. So we didn't have shroud available, basically. So yeah, if we would have had shroud available, that would have been a little bit nicer. A little bit of a nicer way of doing it. Guy, why? But yeah, we didn't have shroud available. He used it before. I keep waiting for that bloodied leap and those stuns. Alright. Alright, so I don't want to get those 2 stacks. We'll let somebody else be the guinea pig for that other bleed. Okay, there it is. Especially the Zolpol. Good luck on this one. King, yeah. Oh yeah. I hate it too. Alright. So what I want to do, my mouse. So what I've, in case you guys see every now and then my mouse just goes all wonky. I've heard that having like the graphics card overlay will do that, so I gotta start turning that off. I was gonna use the overlay to start recording sometimes, but it just gets in the way. So I did use my stun a little bit early on that Beastmaster to stun out of that frontal cone ability, just so that it could hopefully retarget me or someone else that would target it over to a wall. You were wondering why you shroud there? I don't know. I mean, regardless, it wasn't like one person's fault that key happened the way it did. Even with that one wipe we had on the AtalDazar, we could have gotten the key done, but after the one wipe, somebody just rage quit. They just disconnected. So it's one of those things where it's like, you can try everything you want to, but at the end of the day, it was gonna be a rip key because of just one wipe. Like, it doesn't matter where that wipe happened, but just one wipe was gonna be enough to set someone off. So that's where the real rip key was. It was more in the rage quit and the person rage quitting rather than how we decided to pull that dungeon. All right, we have 10 minutes left, and the thing is, with King's Rest, 2 very difficult bosses coming up, but it is Tyrannical week. I mean, it is Fortified week, not Tyrannical. So hopefully that means that we can get it done. The mage did get knocked down after the bloodied leap over the edge, and I don't know if you can get res. I haven't seen this happen. So the mage is down there, right? You guys see his body down there? I don't know if mass res will get him. We'll find out. There, casting mass res. And it did get him. Perfect. That works. Alright. What Mog am I using for my weapon? Dude, this is like the best Mog. Look at this. This Mog is like Wrathful Gladiator? Brutal Gladiator. I was in the area. It's a PvP weapon. Brutal Gladiator with Power Torrent, I believe. Shackle, shackle, shackle. Nice. Yeah, you just... Those bleeds, man. Those bleeds. I hate them. One bleed went out. Not on me. What? Look at that rogue. That rogue is like, the other mob is dead. I have to pull. 2 wipes, first rage, second wipe. Yeah. Oh, it was 2 wipes. My bad. So I know we had. Oh yeah, we had the wipe where someone ran into fire of the masks on the wall. Yeah, I remember that. Am I gonna die? Almost. One more quaking and I die. Let me start drinking up. What is that Mythic Plus timer again? This one on the right hand side, the add-on is called Mythic Plus timer. All one word. Mythic Plus timer. And what's up, Nacho? No, it's Nacho. Yeah, what's up, Nacho? Lust here or final boss? All right, let's get this pull going. Now this guy, I don't necessarily need to place him in the middle of the room or anything like that. It actually helps if he's off to an edge for the part where I need to kite him. One thing that's also important to not enough people are in here. It's just me and one guy. Oh, this backhand can be avoided. So you saw that? I dodged it. You can't really plan for it, but you can dodge it. So when that backhand goes out, no matter what tanking class you are, you're running away, creating distance, trying to get away from him, right? So you can start kiting him. But what you want to do is make sure that when that cast goes off, face him. And the reason why it's so important is because sometimes you can dodge it. And when you do dodge it, it's a beautiful thing. It's just a beautiful thing. Barrel through. Barrel through happening right here. Oh no. Oh no, the axes. Alright. Alright, we'll just start getting axes out here now. Now this is going to be one more axes before the boss goes down, so no biggie. We should be okay here. Nope, we're going to have to run away from that one. Just a terrible tank, guys. Just a terrible tank here. Alright, last boss with these 2 frames per second that we have here. And with the lovely, lovely charges we get on this platform. Alright. Let's spell reflect that lightning bolt. There's a poison nova. I had used my interrupt on a lightning bolt earlier, so I didn't have that ready. Barrel through happening. I see it happening right over here. So you do want to help out. And then the explosive totem. Nice. Don't care too much about that. There it is. We'll just interrupt the poison nova. No big deal. The frames, man. The frames. Alright. So the rest of the totems. There it is. There's the axes going back out again. Poison nova. Just a quick interrupt. And then we're home free. Boss is going to go down right now. There it is. Perfect. Time for the worst trash pull that Blizzard has ever created. How about you? Not much, Nacho, not much, man. We're just over here ripping keys, wiping it up all the time, you know, doing those normal Prot Warrior things. Bleeds, Dwarf Warrior Master Race checking in. I'm a little jealous of dwarves. However, you can't cannibalize gnomes like I can. And the mage was the one that left. Yeah, he was the one that rage quit. All right. So your priority here on this guy is your ignore pains. You're gonna try to survive. You're probably not going to. Oh no. Oh no. I ran out. I ran out. I need more rage. There it is. There it is. More rage. Trying to survive. Trying to keep those ignore pains up. Deafening Crash for sure helps out here as well. Whatever it is that you can do to reduce magic damage, you're gonna do it here. My trinket comes off of cooldown in 3 seconds. Wasn't enough. They'll be fine without me. That's what, 10%? Maybe even a little bit less. Cannibalized gnomes. That's, man, they are delicious. Don't knock it till you try it. There's another minion here. It's gonna cost bursting on everybody. If the mage spell steals a buff, they die. Did he do it? No, he was trying to invis. Everyone pray to the RNG guys. They get your Talic weapon from raid tonight. I hope so, man, because I got mine. I got mine from heroic last night. Rhett, I don't mean to rub it in, but I kind of do. There you go. I know you have more sunders than I do, but I have the hammer. All right. As soon as healer gets mana, we go. We have 3 minutes to kill this boss. We don't have lust. Hopefully, we do it on time. Let's go. All right. So get our Deafening Crash rolling out, trying to smooth out that beginning of the damage. The big thing here is also the combo that he does on you. That's when you want to, for sure, guarantee that blade combo right there. That's when you want to guarantee your shield block, right? Now your shield block can lapse at other times, but you want to block that blade combo every single time. There is just no exception for that. So at this point, there's my one charge of shield block. Just making sure that I get it out. Now this is gonna suck for the rest of the group because we now have 2 ads, one of which fears, right? Now as a warrior, I don't have anything to fear but spiders, so I can actually immune that fear. If it was being cast by a spider, then there's no immunity to a fear from a spider. Everybody gets feared by spiders. And then I'm undead, so I get the second one, right? It's like, I'm a raptor, I'm not scared of a raptor. I got this. So T'Challa just went down, and then here's the king, and we're gonna have that Quaking leap. And now it's just about focusing the king, right? We got 2 minutes. 2 minutes on this. Gotta use my absorb trinket to supplement that blocking.
Beware.
And here's the spear attack. It's coming in from that side. So we gotta start moving this way. Slowly but surely. So I'm gonna save that last shield block that I have right now for that blade combo. And hopefully there's a blade combo going out. Now that was the shield block there. And backpedaling our way to victory, man. This is how you do it. You backpedal your way so you do that keystone on time. Oh wait, the keystone loot is over here. Regular chest is over on the other side. Keystone upgraded. That was terrible. This dungeon is terrible. Don't do this dungeon, guys. No loot. S-Key, guys, if you guys saw my S-Key, actually part of it is like chipping off because I use it so much. You have to S-Key your way to victory. That's it. Just the sound of squishing gnomes is delicious. Oh, man. In that new raid, whenever you go Alliance, if any of my Horde members go Alliance and are automatically selected as gnomes, if we wipe, I'm gonna cannibalize their bodies so hard. Anyone want the cape? What kind of cape? What kind of cape? No. 360, unfortunately. Oh, man. They probably taste as terrible as they look. No, man. Gnomes are like a delicacy. Trust me. Gnomes are a delicacy. Power word barrier. Preemptive cooldowns on healers. What is this? Wrath of the Lich King? Poor Duff picked the wrong race. He's just man, if I find him out there, I know that Duff wants to try to gank me one day. If I find him, I'm gonna eat his soul. Undead warriors are scared of spiders. Everyone is scared of spiders. That's why. That's what I'm saying. You can immune fear from anything else. But once you get like a giant spider on you, it doesn't matter if you're a warrior or not. You're gonna be terrified. You can still complete your quest. Gnomes are like gummy bears. You see? Zeal has tasted it too. They're like the clear ones, the pineapple gummy bears. Ugh, man, they are delicious. Tastes like chicken. Undead male Slootmog is now a thing. No, I'm all covered up, guys. You can't even find my ribs here. What's with the transmog? It's Halloween, Dawn. Isn't this terrifying? If I showed up to your group and I was like, hey, I'm your tank, and I showed up looking like this, wouldn't you be scared? I want to scare you. You know what they say about pineapples? Yeah, man, they're prickly, right? Red if you stab him first. Alright, guys. That is going to do it for today. So remember, Friday, I still haven't determined what time, because I'm hoping that Blizzard announces like what time the playable demo is going to come out on Friday. So Friday live stream is going to be earlier than today. So if you guys do want to tune in for that Friday live stream, it is going to be, I want to say, about 2 hours earlier, right? About 2 hours earlier than normal is about what I'm expecting right now. And hopefully on that Friday we play WoW Classic, and then maybe a little bit of live BFA. We'll see how much WoW Classic we can fit in there. And after that, I'm going to end the stream at an earlier time, because we started at an earlier time, just so that everybody can use their virtual tickets or watch on Twitch the live BlizzCon stream, or head over to BlizzCon yourself. So whatever it is that you're doing. Do I have weak auras for fire mages? I do not, Casus. I do not. I don't think if you Casus, I know you mentioned that you're on the Discord. 8 Hooves might have some. I know he's been playing his fire mage a lot. So he might have some for a fire mage. 24-hour stream. It's BlizzCon, guys. I bought my virtual ticket so that I can play WoW Classic. So I'm going to want to also be watching BlizzCon. You would hug me if I walked into your group like this? I'd hope not. I'd hope you run away, man. All right, guys, that is going to do it for today. I want to thank you all for stopping by, and thanks to donos today, man. We had a lot of donations today. I really do appreciate you all stopping by, you all donating, commenting, keeping the chat up with me. A shout out to all the patrons for this next month, since today's the last day of the month. For the next month, the polls and run through guides are going to be released earlier for you guys, so if you are interested in that, go ahead and check out my Patreon. And yeah, thank you all for stopping by. It was a lot of you guys today, so I will see you all on Friday. Maybe some WoW Classic. If there is no WoW Classic demo, we're still going to stream early so that everybody can watch BlizzCon. I'm expecting a lower turnout so that everybody can watch BlizzCon. And if there is no WoW Classic, we'll just do some more ripped keys, guys. Speaking of Discord, you love being the friends at the bottom feeder of the group? What are you talking about? What are you talking about, Rhett? Chalk on Friday? Yeah, for sure, man. We'll see you all on Friday. Your undead lock name is Diva Forever. Oh, man. All right, guys. I will see you all on Friday, hopefully with some WoW Classic. If there is WoW Classic, I'm debating 2 different classes, whether it's going to be Paladin or Shaman, and then maybe Warrior as well. So we'll see what we do. A classic Ret Paladin sounds really good. Alright, guys, I will see you all on Friday.